it's a disaster! Next in the firing line. Almost team wipe here. It's about as well as a TP scroll, but he's surrounded by
the Doom. Static Storm to prevent the Doom, and after Doom came out of Static, he managed to dodge that one too.
Was he actually aiming for the Doom? It felt like he was.
He got nobody.
Yeah, hey, look, I think he saw the and it just so happened Sumail, like, I don't think I mean, it was great reactions to the Knicks. I don't think that was even possible, but regardless, mid-rack's taken. They're bottom now as well. They are perhaps about to give EG less EG have something to say about. They still have Doom, but there's no follow-up, at least on the SF. Perhaps going to be the kind of sacrificial lamb. He's soaking up a bit of damage here already, but the turn and fight. Snowball comes in. The Doom's going to be wearing off soon. Static Storm's there on a couple of heroes.
By the way, look at the positioning of Def in the middle of the map. The reason is he bought back.
It's GG.
Yeah, they call it bought back. He poured it in, and he got glimpsed. So he was just complete.
And Arteezy TP'd into the shrine. I've got no Death Prophet. My supports are dead. What is there left to do? Wow.
Yeah. It's a clear favorite, but coming for the lower bracket, that was a strong start. Before we pass it back to the panel, I gotta give a quick shout out to Drasco. Happy birthday. The phrase to say is game-losing BKB, which is a scenario where the BKB to fight, and that's kind of what happened here. It did not help that much.
No. Game that EG had to kind of pull out through.
Already.
That's going to be a huge. It's fairly similar to the game 2 that they. And actually being able to keep that momentum. You have to adjust a little bit in game
2. Differently this game that VG
with some clutch snowballs and fear should be played for or play a safe, and I think are better mid.
So Nami, I actually want to ask your opinion on the go for the Doom initiation, but everything. What was EG hoping to?
Young people reactions coming out from VGJ.Thunder. Initially, Crit had been scouting movements, scouting explorations. They would be able to get a successful one there, but Shadow Doom.
So once Doom is gone, regroup, heal up with the urn, and come back into the game and just take objectives.
with Sumail in the top lane, because like by the time they came back to the bottom lane,
there was no point for Dazzle to be on the bottom lane because they had no kill potential. Anyway, less, but still not enough to shut him down.
And he would still well. Yeah. In fact, I like the way Sumail's hero in the previous series. To me, whenever they gave Sumail the Doom, I felt that they should let Doom die a bunch. The Abaddon died quietly farming. Here, they let was like, let's try to go aggressive with this. And in the Abaddon game, but we're not going to help Abaddon get any. And in the Abaddon game, but we're not going to help Abaddon get any kills. And Arteezy was just like left on an island.
a couple of kills, Sumail was able to dive pretty deep.
Still Luna, she flash farms, she just needs Tusk and Shadowfin is just too good of a combo. Big stage, I don't know if around that Prophet or that Prophet ended up with zero kill participation.
Is
Well, the
EG
problem was
under?
I think so, because they had the can't gank, especially with a hero like a hard to gank with. Like you need the backside or get an invis or a haste rune. That's the only way you can gank. Or if they overextend, not happen.
Although I will say that I think the one I underestimated in the draft was Disruptor's presence. We said that.
Yeah. Also,
still no vision heroes.
What do you mean no
Static
vision
storms.
heroes? They have a lot of
Shard,
Shard,
super
Sigil.
useful, actually.
They
Yeah.
have Panda Split, which provides it.
Heck, when they through his bow, he's like, okay, I'll give you vision. I'll just walk towards the Morphling.
It was. I'll just throw a track, and if you manage to find a glimpse, that's great. But they were like, we are going to, and you're going to get that glimpse, and we're going to silence everything.
Looks like Fade getting MVP of this. 2-19.
One nice kill up.
Looks like Fade getting MVP of this. 2-19.
On Nexus, he had 0 stats item.
With the Terror Blade, would you the Luna and the SF now if you can't get
Necessarily, I think EG has couple Bulba on their side, so no.
The old Evil Geniuses has historically known to be very. They're like, no, you didn't beat us because of the draft. You beat.
Burn. So if Buffy
That's
thinks
true.
that it's something.
We'll see how Misery adapts, because out of the box, picking this Doom for Sumail, it seemed like a same way that these kinds of they've been giving Sumail like Tidehunter a bad, and now Doom. It wasn't played the same way.
The Luna or the SF, but I could definitely see a Tusk ban in the next game, right? It would to do everything that he did this game. He got all of those kills early. He got a fast fuels from there.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. But once we're back, we're going to jump straight into game 2.
Worth reliving, that recaptures the need. This your life.
The new high-performance Rig 500 headset from Bland, the gear they need to win. And personalize your headset for the task. 100 series of gaming headsets are engineered for durable, lightweight comfort in an immersive 7.1 surround sound, 360-degree sound field with directional audio. frequency resonators provide crisp highs and boosted bass. Clear voice. From the headset company that equips the pros, the 500 series with competitive players around the world. Series of headsets from Plantronics. Respect the training.
Galaxy Battles Grand Finals Game. Pumped for this series. Now, before we jump into the draft, just a quick note to go for Dire this game after we want to go for first pick.
EG, I mean, they've been using first pick for in the earlier series.
To Dire side because of the triangle where you could, they need to go all the way around. Then Radiant.
Luna, right?
Yeah.
All three of them
Especially
are amazing. I feel like the PL is getting too heavily countered.
I mean, that was a whole game where Arteezy didn't build a Battle Fury. I'm sure he was getting the shakes. Believing anything that's going on here.
Yeah, yeah. It's talent, so it's kind of like Cleveland.
Just not the same thing. It's kind of charm this tournament because they have used it and they've won most of their games with the Battle Fury.
Given that award to the Meteor Hammer, but remains in the dumpster for now.
Well, I guess axes are better than hammers, apparently. So, going to be jumping into the lobby very soon. Heroes, though, we've seen that support on both teams very crucial when it comes to this laning phase. Are not successful with the ganks a bit. So, what supports are we going to have to target?
I mean, every single time that it means that AO had a good early game. Like you said, they have struggled. It's miserable to play a disruptor from behind. So if you want to, then I think VGJ.Thunder strategy than EG. Like the 4 and 5 positions from EG have been tried to be aggressive this well.
Yeah, I'd also like to see, it's not quite the bans for VGJ.Thunder. Up a slightly better roaming hero for crit. I feel like the position just doesn't really have the same impact that can have.
Not when he's paired up with a static hero like a Dazzle.
That's true.
He doesn't provide defense.
Yeah, if you had a position 5 to roam around with an Nexus
imagine if EG had Disruptor position 5 left.
Yes. For example, something like that.
And now this the Tidehunter where Sumail played not traditional offlane scenario, but how did he actually do in you're suspecting him to have on this Doom?
He was Geniuses wanted, like in the it had so many parallels to this game just now. All bad and just constantly dying over and over again. But the whole time you had this Easy's farming in the meantime. And it didn't feel as comfortable because this time it wasn't just Sumail dying, it was often Assassin may get caught out. That one time the Nyx Assassin got stag stormed, Evil Genius was like, well, we can take this fight. Fear came in the grave and the fight, and they lost it pretty handily. Arteezy was farming the whole time, but as God is created.
Anything to add?
And I feel like his read on how to play Doom in the laning stage was really just not land. Part of that or that much catch necessarily, but there were also a couple of times bottom and then used the Doom and the rest of the team take that fight, and they just got 4-0'd. I think. Like,
well, he had two choices there: either just
cut their losses,
falls back, or just. But the problem is
it's a snap call.
1-1-3-1 build, so he was not in range to actually. But that's the problem with the Dazzle when you're playing from. And you wish you did not skill Poison Touch so you can have higher level of Grave.
Proper opening. They have opened it in all of their VGJ games so far. With this Death Prophet, is she that good?
Step outside of the comfort zone. Once the comfort zone, as it won them 2 games, now has lost them 1 game. You may still pick it, but instead of giving it to Fear, you can give it to Sumail, maybe VGJ.Thunder for a loop, because you see the Death Prophet a 4th time in a row, you're like, okay, well, I think I know how to. Instead of Fear, suddenly it's a completely different situation.
I mean, it may be that this next. If they've got first pick here again, and I guess could choose to have last pick if they wanted, if they the last pick a mid hero that's going to completely win us for EG. So I guess opt for the Death Prophet. I would be if they did. I'd like to see them maybe mix things up a little bit, like we've been saying. Maybe grab the on Arteezy's hero.
In the game, someone's not connecting.
We remade the lobby. It's something's going on.
Lacoste, do you feel that EG they might need to take a different approach? Maybe put everyone at change for quite a while.
I already. They should play more around Fear when he's playing mid. That's the thing. So they should either have a different approach.
Way to go. So, guys, it looks like it's going to be a while till we jump into the game, but I want to hear both EG and VGJ play. Honest opinion from your heart and your soul. Who's taking game 2? I wonder who's going to take it.
I mean, originally in the previous series with EG, I'm going to stick with that. I mean, it would be pretty crazy if they take 3 games back. VGJ.Thunder had a handle on Evil Geniuses, but at the same time, like, we've only seen he's capable of whipping out.
I agree. I think EG are a pretty versatile team up their sleeve, so I'm expecting them to probably take this second game. But without seeing the draft.
Yeah, I can't say really. 50 pretty much. VGJ.Thunder seems really good yesterday. They just decided to throw the game number 2. That's it.
Clearly, apparently. Disappointing. Good friendship going on.
We do. It's just not steeped in danger.
All right. Could we see? We did see a couple of heroes yesterday. We saw Weaver, we saw Spectre. An appearance that typically isn't in the hero pools.
I keep going back to Sumail. I had mentioned the potential for Magnus is another hero that he has potential for this tournament. I think maybe had 1 game, but Doom, Sumail was just not finding. If you're going to experiment, I think you experiment with Sumail 0. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but the same for the most part. Like, make Arteezy be a space-consuming core.
We could see today.
I'm just trying to think what we haven't seen. I'm actually looking at the hero.
can name a couple while you're
Arc
looking
Warden?
at the heroes.
Maybe?
I
No?
think
This is not OG.
first hero that comes to my mind. He was nerfed, not that much, but the spell he has just cancels the whole fight, lets you fight starting 4 versus 5.
What about some Huskar, maybe? That looks like we've actually managed to load in now. Wait just a second.
Lacoste did.
Nah.
I don't know
Don't
about
think
that.
it was that.
I'm in.
It's alright, guys. The draft is actually.
That?
Yeah,
Don't do that.
he's trying to hide the draft.
And be like, well, I think they banned these 3 heroes.
This is VGJ.Thunder getting rid of the Chen. Advantage. Evil Geniuses, do you feel pressure?
Yeah, Tusk is really looking. Maybe my pick, like we've also talked about.
Illusion commander, but it
Yeah.
has to be an illusion hero. Has to be.
On a Spectre versus
No, you don't want
Terrorblade.
to. You don't want to.
Criteria there.
It does.
What else makes TB unplayable? I mean, already got the Death Prophet, so they'd have to set some pretty. Zeus is annoying, but same problem. I don't know.
I think this is now a test of Blade.
This is definitely felt in these drafting phases for sure. How much reserve time EG typically like they know what EG's up to.
Okay. So, is this a mid?
It's a mid tinker.
It's a male Tinker.
Can be played as a safe laner, which is your mid.
Yeah, I don't really think so. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if RTZ had a
Cancels the whole fight for VGJ.Thunder if you would just catch Dazzle.
Yeah, they need
It's such a good
somebody.
combo.
It would be good to have some more initiation, some more lockdown.
Yeah. EG needs to get rid.
Or VGJ actually getting rid of the that there can be something elusive on the field and the lockdown. That is the one thing you need to know with Dazzle, not great for catch. Elder Titan, elusive heroes. He can catch normal heroes. You don't really want to rely on just your time. Anything else outside of the Storm Spirit that's in the pool that VGJ.
They need to have. The Tinker picks up a Blink Dagger, he's going to be out of control.
So you're saying
Yeah.
Storm Spirit because you're expecting.
I think the deal with the Tinker.
I'm thinking. Well, I don't know. So greedy though.
It's
Yeah.
EG. They are the
VGJ.Thunder pick.
Yeah, VG. But they do have the last overall pick, so they're going to get all VG having to think a little bit ahead.
I would go for still good.
Let's see it. G. With this Death Prophet Tinker.
I mean,
Yes,
Yeah.
everything seems in place.
Very
And don't provide anything for faces, so it's
Are you
they just need
concerned
to-
though, because this is
they just need to set it up.
that's the big thing, right? If they lose game support, so I would be surprised if EG fell too far behind in the laning stage.
are you all gonna see the game?
I think it's gonna be EG.
EG, EG, full panel. EG. We're gonna throw it over to our and Gods, take it away for game 2 of the grand finals.
Game number 2, we've got ourselves Death Prophet. You don't expect a Tinker to be picked up with it, but we're going to be seeing an here in our
You
game
definitely
2.
could play it. Very technical, mechanically skilled player.
a very skilled player. So I'm not. There was once upon a time a very. Do you think Sumail could fill that shoes here?
That is, I mean, no, we should be able to play a good Void. You know, he's shoes. If you don't, it's like, they should have kept Uni. It's
here, then you do win.
I guess so,
that's fine. Yeah.
I think the Terra duo. I mean, that right when the panel, we see the Dalton, like, you know, they're going to Terra Blade. It's great against the. It's very. It felt like VGJ had the upper hand in the draft. The Tinker pick is. Raises some questions about how that's going to work. This kind of matchup. So I think this draft is actually a bit more even. I like VGJ, but
the one thing I'm hugely concerned about, I don't have a good way to check for Tinker and Spirit from Elder. Well, definitely not the ultimate from Dazzle. I guess you could throw that Spirit around, but hard to kind of catch it. I guess
you got that reflection, bro.
Okay.
No.
Now we're
30 seconds.
Here we go. Easy headed towards the top lane. I say top lane because it doesn't really feel like an off lane. Old off lane, putting a safe lane, and it's lanes that we see come out from teams.
The off lane is that he's not going to be one of those heroes that do want. So that is generally why we don't see it pretty much any place. Some kind of nightmare flashback to that Pilot Eye support Tinker.
Oh god. Never again, please.
Yeah, never again.
Wise, it will be support block coming in from Crit. Gonna look to help things out a little bit.
Jay's got the massive block advantage again.
Okay, it's gonna definitely help out. We're seeing flame pulls. Yang is pulling creep waves around. 1v1, so perhaps it started as a 1v1. Misery's kind of headed down that way. But you know, knowing that the TB is their key hero. Tri-laning with him, and also shut down.
I absolutely agree with both points. In fact, I think the Tinker shutting down is probably an objective here for VGJ.
And that's lanes they felt like that might be an easier lane for him. Put off lane to sack. You feel like it may be the best place for him to be.
I guess EG could go for a lane sweep. VGJ could also follow. The one bright side is that Fair is doing some matchup advantage here, and he will get very farmed.
Well, it is minutes in, but CS-wise, it's looking just fine for. Feels like an EG staple in this. All three of their cores farm and CS. We didn't see it as much. It's not about winning 2 out of the 3 in all 3. Perhaps even going even in 3 lanes, but as long as
Fade. Look at him go, the briefcase going right into but the stop is gonna be there. Around here for Misery. Available, and Fade will back it off.
Level 1 Tusk, no snowball yet. Out there, and the ice shots trying to get probably on the other side. He just wasn't able to. Crit has had a lot of success on this Tusk, but perfect ice shots for it. As for the crazy or special, either of them is going to be one-sided at all.
If Dragon Knight could keep his, but if you're hovering around the half HP, rotation, and you could force that into a kill. So Sylar just make sure his HP is taking a 1v1, because I do think that the
blocks him in with the shards. To a toss, but something nice to have, particularly, but
and then Tinker now goes bottom.
Yep. The Stomp gonna hit a couple here, but it's a snowball. There's another kill, it bounces back still.
Superior mechanical play.
Yeah, just perfect spell use. ET stuns, getting perfect. Pop the Dragon Form just for some tower harass. Had the Siege Creep as well. Again, EG had the Siege Creep as well. Again, EG support.
We are going to see a lane switch. Dragon Knight.
The Fountain, I imagine.
Actually affecting the map much more so. Now, super farm on the bottom. Fair gets free farmed in mid lane. Top. This is generally how EG is really greedy 3-core lineup. Lanes.
Yep. We'll see where they go next. Smoke on the courier. The two supports are hugging around each other. I wonder if that lane. With Death Prophet having ult would be kind of an ideal way to play this 7-minute mark. Available. TV's in mid as well, so again, potentially a bigger kill than the down. He already has been shut down, but
yes. Blade does have a 17 charge magic wand, so I think P support, but we'll see.
No, there's a lot of damage here. Fear as AO TP's in, didn't actually have any points in the grave anyway.
Really microing that cast.
Yep.
Doing very well.
They get the D-Ward on the... Fear didn't even need to pop the ultimate. Still has it if he wants to go for this tower, but... Pop it without a good creep wave. All three lanes going decently for EG. Dragon Knight onto the top tier 1 tower now.
Top tower
As Fade will scan.
Despite DK trade his farm for Freeze's farm. I think Terrorblade.
Chronosphere bottom, so believe they got the damage. He has got a wand. He's doesn't go for it yet. Pops it now. He's still ticking, and that Maledict will finish it here.
Yeah.
He dies, and
I think if he treads close, it's hard to say.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he may have survived the Maledict, but then 4 points in time walk means it's a
complete opposite start here from the last 5-1, and honestly, they do more with that kind of lead. Now Tinker is a impending doom.
Yep, he's had stacks for him. So while he's still level 6, 9 minutes in, he's got stacks. He's got 2 points in March. Didn't sometimes won't when you're fighting tri-lane versus tri-lane, but I think recognize maybe faster boots of travel.
Yeah, this is the Radiant Poor Man Triangle.
Goes what, a little whatever you're gonna call it.
It's stacked enough though to be the pseudo triangle
with the rearm. So making sure he gets rearm at level when you're in a tri-lane, so able to additional farm in the jungle.
Toss back into a stun. Do they have enough damage? Not close.
They're still chasing. Sylar wants to chip at this tower. Chronosphere, EG are going to be fight bottom until that is back up. Kill point could go for a 3rd point in Maledict if they think that will get him a kill. They realize Misery's down here or not. They may just think that the scan's clipping Sumail.
There's a flip behind the tower, and that cask is right there waiting.
Mid lane, meanwhile, Fear popped the exit. He knows lane, so he's going to make sure they get a tower themselves. Gang invis up. Does he go for this kill? The toss went for the turn, but yep, was quite close enough for it.
Slow down the push, but there's nothing they could save to do to save this tier 1. They obviously EG getting the much more important one. The important thing is RTC just left alone right now. Complete free farm.
The trees, and there was still... It was something Misery did not expect and thought they had... Speaking of leaving left, can now leave the top lane. He can go wherever he Void Chronosphere incredibly well at this point.
Yep. So there's a very small Thunder to finish that Shadow Blade on Dragon before he gets Blink Dagger. VGJ just needs to... It's gonna be tough.
The crazy thing about this game is it's as much as it necessarily Void, Sumail, off-lane player, going for a Battle Fury, death net worth.
Yeah.
These other cores are very scary right now. Tinker. Crit says no problemo. Here's Tusk. I mean,
Tusk and ET.
yes.
ET this game not really shown.
Shoot here, and right now it is mid lane potentially TP if he wants to go in. Tinker with boots of travel as well, so potentially there.
They want to fight this. Here we go.
We TP in. Front line, the stop is there, but DK's already dead. Potential Shadow Blade escape, but he was still
So that was a really beautiful shard.
I think he saw there, was like, oh, there's no doubt. He didn't even realize, but very likely lives because there was no detection yet for EG.
I mean, generally as a Dragon Knight, expect to make those type of plays, and but EG bringing 4, and now immediately smoke.
Well, so even if, and that's the other thing, if VG suddenly there's a Chronosphere with a Tinker in it. Who are they looking for? Is it Terrorblade the here? Expecting him to be in the jungle, which is true, but
Jade now will make a counter smoke of
some wards to put down, well, a singular ward. Perhaps that's something they could have gotten even deeper into the... Oh no, they brought out another, okay, now they've got the deep ward here with a sentry.
match here. Get him before he finishes battle.
Team fight, you need to make sure you try and kill the... Will win EG fights.
I mean, the thing is, like, then Crit comes in with a snowball, and that could be bad. Mid lane.
Snowball in, Tiny. Tinker's not going to get you out of this one. EG have everything going their way in this game. It really does feel like a ton of momentum come online with Tinker being a kind of a mid-game oriented hero. Fury, EG's greed just hasn't been punished.
That you think VGJ could outscale?
I think they can scale very well. Dragon Knight, Terrorblade carry as well. So I think where they struggle is how do you catch Tinker? That's always going to be the big. If they catch him with like the Tinker wards, sure, they can win fights if they manage to latch on.
It's not just about catching the Tinker, but how do you catch a Tinker with just more and more problems stacked on each other?
I think the Void is going to look better late game. Chronosphere, one of the Void is not being played like an off lane. So EG with like the extra late game males build that he's gotten away with.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
VGJ 1-5, but against the Tinker, that's also
Blink. That's gonna not be as easy to do. Perhaps a bit easier. Definitely a nice tool to have. Top lane Dragon Knight's TP.
They don't have enough damage to kill DK.
Yeah, with a Witch Doctor they do. Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
Try and use their positioning as well as their wards to take a bite here. They go snowballing. Tower is also dead. Easy pickings for them. Siege Creep even alive. Any chance of a high ground push? This feels way too early.
He's going to respawn relatively soon, so I think EG is better off just... If one of the EG support could pick up a momentum that with the next kill or something, they could just pop the exorcism for a road.
Witch Doctor does have 1,000 prioritize it there. Tusk has a blink dagger. I think the blink on Tusk, how important the snowball save is and how it makes it that much easier.
It really does start to feel able to win team fights is off of outplay. I feel that maybe if they could get off a pretty clutch Thunder, maybe they fights, but
oh, by the way, it really does signal that they are going to go late game against CG. They just need to catch up.
This is not necessarily a fighting one.
It's his version of the RTZ.
It might just be better.
Yeah. This may have been a game, if he rebuild or had played it before, he may have actually been very justified in going.
This is that you can disassemble your master. Sure. Eventually, the Satanic and Butterfly to that point, which is a big issue here.
It is going to farming war of sorts here, and it's where the vision can really come in key. Jungle, VGJ with some nice. He's ever in that area. EG are the ones pushing out these lanes, playing on the top side of the map, and not equipped to deal with.
They do have a but that falls into the same category. There. All right, let's farm as well.
Oh, he's been walking into Male in trouble. He gets bursted before he can time walk on Chrono. That's a great start to the. It's been graved up. Can he get out of this one? No TP means no easy escape for him. Focus down. The Metamorphosis offering a ton of damage. Silence himself with the Mask Command. It doesn't. Surviving on a sliver of health until that last bit of damage coming out from Fade. All off of a great initiation under the Void.
Crit has Shard available, but he gets Shard available. Excuse me, he doesn't. It's huge magic wand though. One run. Okay, Shard in 1 second. And that is gonna be what, 4 kills in that engagement?
Dragon Knight got spotted going in.
And he even got bashed.
Got the Dragon Tail off in the Void, was that one?
The Tiny came in. The Tiny came in and set up the ET spell.
Yeah, that blink on.
You can see how important Sumail's role in Chrono, the fight won't be even close.
Yep. Sumail getting removed from that. Yang up on going for a 4-star, very much the, it was an offlane. The offlane and going for like core transition, like carry. Going for the utility for the time being.
Really reminds me of the sexy item in the book.
Oh, Tusk did not get the blink. Point fingers towards Roshan for EG. They are able to take that. Perhaps the next Exorcism. They've got such good. They have decent map control. They lost one of the. If anything, it's VGJ who have the better. The current state of the game, but it's a Rod of Atos. Decent item for catching and locking down in general.
Yep.
Also fantastic against Void.
Very good against faces. The Blink Dagger helps a lot, actually.
Yep. Imagine we may see like Manta style or BKB, that's the same thing as well. EG do not lack damage. Yes, you've got a battle fury and you can farm well, but by building damage to dish out in a Chronosphere. You've got a Death Prophet. Even there is ample amounts of damage.
We did see how quickly Fear dropped though as he charged in that last. Did pick up the plate mail that helped set up for this Roshan.
Yeah, Sumail, he's smoked up.
Ayo's gonna break the smoke.
That should be enough to set up Roshan. Goes for the Grave TP, will get cancelled and dead Dazzle, which even though to deter VGJ from either fighting or contesting a
Thunder needs pretty much all 5 heroes for one scouting the Roshan.
TB's about to get a bottled DD. Roche Lumi, they're still scared of VG.
I guess if you're crowded into the pit and you just get stomped by Fade, or all sorts of bad things.
Yeah. VT contesting heroes. Long-range scouting and also the ability to disrupt enemies seem to arrive.
And like you pointed out earlier, Tiny going for the full utility build. Job is pretty much catch Tinker. I think this is actually going to get you standard, you know, blink SN1 offlane Tiny.
Of a showdown in the mid lane. Neither team J have smoked up, looking to start a fight. Back to the high ground as quickly as possible. Even though his smoke popped, he did not EG, who had the high ground ward in the mid lane, so they immediately...
Oh, this ward's that TP. Force-Sap though, he's in a bad position. Before he dies, Ayo's gonna seal that kill with the Shadow Wave.
Get Roche here, but
well, they're
maybe see them try.
They have a double damage.
ED picked up and bottled earlier
this
on.
Is
the double damage. I agree, but the thing is, EG
now they
incredibly
know.
fast.
Yeah. Shard's gonna check
goes in.
out.
Tinker's up top. EG not contesting this. Yes, you can maybe get there in time. Terribly with Grave backing him up. I don't think you can.
I don't think they even have know that he has Grave or not. So, or rather, double damage or not.
You could get him in a. You stand outside the pit to the north side. You're gonna be able to get that Grave on a Terrorblade in the Chronosphere.
So what started as a massive lead feels like Thunder is kind of inching themselves back into this game. Somewhat ahead in these engagements because the Tinker issue has not been solved in Chronosphere.
Time being as they do bring down the the Exism as well. Sylar getting charging forward with Arteezy's help, brings down Yang. Couple more die for the VGJ to get himself out of there, but Arteezy still with a decent amount of mana. Could look.
That's a 10-second BKB on Sylar, essentially wasted just to survive. This is a strong word. He needed it to survive, but you always.
They knew that VGJ could not fight. It was effectively a TP Aegis, but the TP without Metamorph is not going to do anything.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Observer Ward has been blocking the camp for a long time now, which. But at the same time, there's so much things going on. Attacks.
Yep. Unexpected items, does it look like? Tinker. TV does queue up a BKB, something you. Well, I mean, you have to get against Tinker when otherwise Terrorblade normally does not build BKB. Just don't do any damage against the laser.
To get the BKB, and then the faces look somewhat useless. EG's got a pretty nice strategy. Super greedy cores playing together, but again, strategy overall in this particular tournament.
Well, the TB BKBing so you can do damage, but it doesn't help you kill the Tinker if you're no ability to catch or kill Tinker.
Your illusions, which will just get the and rocket it down.
Well, Crit, despite the medallion pickup, has still almost completed his blade. Lead into a Roche for them. Metamorph back up. They want to push. This looks likely to be a couple of towers up top. Not a Chronosphere, but unless they can catch like key heroes like Dragon Knight, take a fight.
Take a fight.
Yeah. Sylar pops the dragon.
Tinker
behind the tower. They're tossed back. Not the ideal target they get. Just switch up to the. Okay, rooted up to forward. Snowballed in forward. Time walks back to VG. They're losing their support. Definitely being removed by their supports going down.
Yang is absolutely like a ninja. Blinked in for first. Right on top of DK. That's a again to find another. This seems to be.
Yep. The tier 2 tower going down. Much longer, so I imagine this is all VGJ. The big question again is, like we saw last time, what do EG do now? Cooldown, and they have a chance to take the fight to VG Gaming now.
Yeah, the nice thing for that strategy is always pushed. So when you smoke across the map, you're generally fighting into win a team fight. You're likely gonna.
Looks like EG are perhaps grouping around this mid lane. They've got a smoke. Just lost a lot of ground on our side of the map. But Misery dewarding shows he has a smoke. You when Metamorph is down, what are they going to do this time? Probably try and fight you again. So I imagine V playing and positioning very defensively. Yeah. Tiny tosses a creep for a last hit, and then I feel like this smoke, as much as to actually achieve much.
Well, the scan is not going to catch.
Waited a second.
Like you said, Thunder absolutely is aware of this. They're going to just stand so far.
You're hugging tier 3s right now. ET, they're grouped up as 4.
Yep.
And also importantly, TB's age is
saying, look, if you go on Yang right here, we have the Stomp to back him up. We have Raven. He
knows this. He sees Yang, but he's like, well, he's hugging a tier 3. Spirit constantly trying to. Okay, forced up to the high ground.
And of course, Tiny was also looking for a toss. It is just, it feels like it's two chess grandmasters trying to.
At the same time, both of them know like all the opening moves do, because VG and similarly EG understand that Tiny, yeah, he's bait. We know what you're doing.
I think this is probably one of the sweetest part of Dota games, just watching.
Another scan. They smoke now that they've got meta. Perfectly. The EG smoke when they're know it now. VGJ go for a smoke. Very much a game of cat and mouse, but it's not clear who is the cat.
That's the thing, though. Both teams could just assault. One team would exorcism, the other team would. Tower, at the same time, it comes with a great risk because your spells are going to be off. A chance on anything.
Yeah, in some ways it doesn't feel worth it to morph an exorcism for. It puts yourself in a very vulnerable. That's an interesting item earlier. We've got one. Sylar has an Orchid on Dragon Knight.
Like it's a very excellent scaling item to begin with, and Sumail now with this. Break it, and that will be the way to break it until afterwards.
Yep. Does look at bottom tier 2. One key spell being used in the dragon form, but it's to have in a team fight.
And I think VGJ back to defend with 2 siege units is going to do quite a bit of work. And there's that TP.
No creep coming out. See what EG look to do. spell to tempt them.
Yang's positioning, just look for kills.
TP back to his team now, I think recognize. Put some pressure on bottom, let's fall. The game where vision is going to be key. We see really good Radiant vision. The mid lane being warded very much gears them up to go for this. The dangerous thing is if they get the Aegis and Cheese, but often what you see against Roshan is you have an Aegis and the other team still fights into you at the worn off.
Teams are getting really smart with that. What they like to do is Rosh is about half HP where you expect the enemy team to challenge you. Then you the Roshan and also for the fight afterwards.
I talked about the vision in both side lanes deep on the enemy map and the mid lane. I think teams reckon that fights could break. A lot of action around this mid lane because of Roshan. It's easy having to just reveal himself at this tier 2 tower.
That rock so
yeah, dewarded. That's not really worth it. Where you want to buy a gem, but and picking up. I guess it's all about who is a Dazzle, ET, EG, Exorcism for Roshan. They feel like they've got on the map, and VGJ are not in a position to contest this one. Free finish, like we talked about, could happen after an exit.
Just having Tinker in your team is not that Aegis.
Yep. Hex no longer dispellable. I guess you can Hex the Tinker if you get the... But definitely no longer as juicy of an item to get against a Tinker.
On Sumail, understanding that he's probably... We still haven't really seen a testament to how well VGJ.Thunder has been. Let Chrono ever come. It is a disastrous fight.
Feeling like EG have, for the most part, play them.
Yep, I agree with that. That Talon at level 20, just extending that initiation range is also...
Does, again, highlight the fact they aren't lacking damage. It all comes down to... some level 25 talents, potentially. This is a game where you may want that Chronosphere AoE more than the backtrack.
I agree. With the way that Void is itemizing, it's this road just to drop the Chrono and hit as many.
Tinker will always provide.
And in this game, you ideally want to catch the core. Any bit of extra AoE is welcome.
Dazzle need that. Than the Aether Lens in that sense. I was like,
this is the watch the fight develop.
Link a bit more reliable. Force up perhaps a bit more for pushing teammates in.
This is actually one of the very few games you see Dazzle itemize.
This reminds me of like those games where it's a game of keep away.
Or rather, the Chinese team is playing very, very slow and defensive.
I think sense like they recognize when they couldn't.
I mean, like we said, this is the grand final, but what's at stake here? If EG loses, and there's only a few handful of reverse sweeps in Dota history.
For pure single target right-click damage, not a very much more stat-heavy butterflies. This is a game where you need to maximize your damage output during BKB.
It's also all. They will just get blinded. So just to go for the pure right-click damage and basically through it.
Is he going for this kill? Siler male up top with a Bloodthorn. His single target damage output is pretty. To get either the stun or the Bloodthorn. He can't get both against the Lincoln.
He needs both. So
routes of travel were up to join him as well. He would have been, yeah, there was no been looking like it was going for
We
it.
might see a fight here.
Dire Ward, oh, Radiant Ward. Initiation, blinking from Yang, finds Terrorblade going in, looks at burst down the void and succeeds in doing so. Fear from the Terrorblade. There's the BKB, the Earth Spear bouncing around as well. And it does just the one loss back to the south side. Sylar now as Terrorblade hexed up, trying to chase him down. I think Fear needs to be careful, even with Exodus likely to go down.
Crit's gonna blink away. Do they have any more safely?
Oh, they caught a glimpse of him, but Tiny for void. Mail twice. Terrorblade is just so scary. The nice thing was DK still had a bit of dragon.
Yeah, and we are starting to see the weakness, or one of the weakness of the EG draft. Somebody to sit in the front line, and it cannot be Faceless Void. If Faceless Void in his front, regardless of how many lives he has. For EG. Yep.
EG look to find the Elder Titan here, take the Arcane.
He's got the Force Staff.
Yep. That's where the... But he still gets brought down thanks to a force in by EG, and now wrong side of him, he's got no BKB for another second. Dragonfall made a 6.
Look at the damage! Whoa! Just 3 shots him. His BKB though is running. The snowball's coming in. That might just be a free kill. No, he blinks out. Crit.
Uh-oh, got him with the Yules. Where's the reflection? TZ comes in. 3 blades there, the Chronosphere as well. TB not caught inside with the lasers there. Grave! Alive. Can they bring him down with the Spirit Siphon? They will. EG take out 2. Again, no Sunder from the Terrorblade as he goes down. First kill. Can he find more? Silas though still needs to get out. Has the Bloodthorn in a couple of seconds. Can he get? But he's so goddamn slow. Well, can't get the linkage. He gets the silence out. Oh no, Sumail!
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Back and forth they go, and Sylar, he's a lane. I don't think they have enough damage. We'll have enough to take at least a tier 2. But look at Tinker. Tinker's already cutting waves up top.
Fight started so well for EG, and Dragonet could go down, but the Tinker kind of disappeared from the fight as you.
Yeah.
I think that was the point where Sumail's and eventually will kill him, right? It takes a while to actually regen up and get back in that fight. I don't think he had a creep wave as well. Got left on his own, and VGJ got to be a big win for them.
Sure. Very chaotic nature where Terrorblade, because he didn't have Metamorph, and I do believe that EG was missing 1 or 2.
No, he pops his BKB but didn't have his DJ carries didn't get to like EG similar-ish thing with like the Void. I mean, Chronosphere comes in. Chaotic.
Parker, we've been seeing a couple. I'm gonna re-ask you that question that I asked earlier. Is VGJ gonna
outscale, but they can take them late. But all of their cores, or the 2 main cores, itemized perfectly for this game. Yes. It feels like,
especially Freeze.
Yeah. Itemizing such that he doesn't care about illusions. He's not a hero to do single target damage. Dragonite, similar thing, very Bloodthorn.
Oh, here comes the smoke on. And that ward might make all the difference.
There's a weave coming in as well. He's got a grave. He can save his life if he needs to, but the Dazzle turn, take out the Void. He wants the way up by the Tinker. Tinker on the high ground doing some good damage. Tiny goes chasing for him, but he brings down the Tiny. It's TB, meanwhile, on his own.
So look at the damage from Freeze.
Has a and TB, the 2. are still alive.
They check the Roshan, it's not up just yet. They would have want that refresher shard, would have really made all the difference. Chronosphere or an exorcism in these engagements.
Pressure shard will be... Double Metamorph is crazy. Double Exorcism, these big game-deciding spells, having two position. Unfortunately for EG, they do not get the Rosary spawn. 43, TB's Metamorph is up in a minute 43.
Pressure, maybe force out some very good deep wards for now. Uh-oh. He's really on his own.
Careful. Doesn't have the Dragon form for a little bit as well. Level 25's approaching regen armor at level 20 on Dragon. To Mary. Any crazy level 25s here?
There is one craziness, is that
nice,
which is not just him surviving long enough. If always do with the Aeon Disc, he just blinks away from the fight. So
this allows him himself just instantly getting deleted. Oh, mid lane side. His ulti form. G looking to just hold the top side of the great vision in this dire jungle. And this is without a smoke.
Surprisingly for Thunder, so with Roshan spawning very soon, that Thunder could just sneak it like the way that they did earlier.
Arcane Rune on team. Good just knowing that you're going to have and it expires. And EG continue to play. They even scan this. They're constantly throwing the... They're going to go anywhere near that kill. They'll continue to stay on position to not let EG get this and potential refresher is...
Now I feel it.
These lanes being pushed out. I think Tinker perhaps too afraid to go back and defend and catching him out.
Also, if your Tinker is just not in the Tinker even ports back in it, because it feels like these fights are being decided.
Are you guys Dire and VGJ Radiant? What's going on here?
Free protection, so.
And Arteezy's creep skipping
waves right now.
VGJ are like, well, you want to play an outside, we're going to push high. And the standoff continues.
Right, in this occasion.
Oh, Yang gets hexed up, he's been initiated. Oh no! This is disastrous. To deal damage, both BKBs being used. Misery getting burst down by the Terrorblade. Full fight. Fear just wants to get out and save his ultimate, but he's being chased. He's got giving him some movement. He goes for the TP. Brought down, 3 dead. Roshan belongs to V. Should they so choose to go for it?
First, you can see immediately Dazzle ports back up top, defending himself against the 2CQ.
Wants to go for it.
I think so. Well,
they're going for the base, Lumi? You could get... But if you can win the game off of this push, then...
Given how important the creep wave is, maybe the Raxas are more important. The creep wave, so backdoor protection now being...
Toss him back. Snowball one. Get the blink out. Great plays from Crit. Just buying time for his team. Sylar even beat...
VGJ.Thunder went for the tower. They're not getting... VGJ needs to get back right now.
We talked about the late game decision making yesterday. Led to EG's comeback. This has been the go-to after that.
Yeah, they have so much damage right now with this terror. Got himself a blink dagger. And I think the idea with this item, just dropping a reflection on everybody, just causing a ton of chaos.
Also, I mean, you want enough to use Metamorph and kill people. to burst him down.
So that's refresh BKB and 2 Metamorph, and of course 2 Thunder.
It's very awkward right now with his... But it is definitely a slot-limited Terrorblade.
Dodge of Laser Rocket Dagon, that's happening.
It's easy. Be as pesky as possible and kind of stalling at this point of the game. It is only the those don't expire.
The way that Thunder's been playing where they're tiny is he's constantly putting him on the one that walked into EG, and now super helpful here.
Yep, he's been going on here. That Hex Slash so little. Catching a couple. Nicely. Not get the grave off. He got caught in the trees with it, but it looks like VGJ want to turn it 5. Goes in on fear. They want to burst out. Goes on the ET as well. Will bring him by the Terrorblade Dragon Knight. The damage output is just too much. The toss in is Sylar brings him down from VGJ.
All RTZ could understands if he gets caught by the Blink Dagger of Freeze, he is done. So with the help of Aegis on Yang, be 2 to 3 lanes of Rex.
Yeah. Damage, but not able to really finish anyone off. Buyback from Witch Doctor. Gets given the refresher shard. Sylar perhaps looking for not the carry I would have expected. Perhaps could catch them by surprise. He was just like, I don't have the slots for this thing. I hate it.
And honestly, he is probably... Well,
I use it. There we go. Passes it over, has the Metamorph. He's got his pack mule, which is Sylar.
This is the central piece here.
For the Metamorph range. That actually explains attacking, but Metamorph range hiding you around.
It's the perfect choice. Playing. They're putting the Dragon Knight and the Titan in front, right? So Terrorblade is actually under, so he is just going full.
DK with the plus strength, not going for the stun duration. I wasn't sure about which way. Any other big level 25s? Death. Her the haste under X. Considering how some of these fights. Tiny approaching level 25 as well. What are we looking at there? Unlikely the avalanche cooldown.
You know, if I tell you that we've gone and Tinker has not died once yet, will you believe that statement?
Unfold Lumi.
Yeah. I mean, that's like Thunder has been playing around this Tinker so well throughout the entire game. It's like 0-20 by now because
charging forward. They saw Crit go up to the cliff. They want to take a fight. He needs to be careful as well. Does not have Blink, but the Spirit will not catch up for him. Not going to chase onto the being used up. So talk about how that Roshan could be. Wasn't, which means next Roshan will be, right? That's how that works.
Sure.
The deciding factor for a game like this, that buyback does feel so close.
100 pounds, which I think disadvantage on the at least the cool. So important.
And these late game runes. Oh, Hex! They've caught the Brave. Throws it out. Will keep Sylar alive, but he needs to get the Satanic. No chance to BKB. No. Trapped in by the eye shots. Nice Earth Split. Up, EG. Thunder getting a couple of back on Dragon Knight. He committed for. Know that is probably the more important
thing. They will
thing.
run, but here's the thing: the exorcism has just run out. So can
was also used. Good news is there's an arcane room, but there's still going to be a small window.
I'm looking at 65 seconds. EG is gonna, you know, they won the fight, but I'm not sure how much they could get here.
And one amount of damage at this point. Tiny will buy back, which may be enough to deter the push. I think we don't want to get tossed in and see a 200% there was no DK buyback. We don't have that information that we have.
So good. Not only does it catch both, basically cut off the entire area that Thunder actually, like, let's say, blink to a different part of the clicking. So it's not only the off the entire pathway of the fight.
Deciding factor for that fight is the fact that you get this Grave on a Dragon Knight. He's those items off, but they continue to chain disable him. Through the Grave, our team, he knew that, yeah, he's Grave and he's going to after the Chrono.
Do you know why he's getting Chrono? Yes. Normally Yang just throws the Lotus Orb on whoever that's getting Chrono. But Yang also getting caught was the result of such.
They need perhaps another hero to. It's very difficult to do so. Dazzle, I
mean, he's buying all the wards, so it's.
See what comes next for this crazy game.
We got a long series. Sumail's gonna just walk in on the.
Anything, I feel. I mean, yeah, if you get a rack's great, but surely VG free.
I mean, that is a tier 3 tower, which would open up the shrines. Run down mid says, we're gonna get your tier 3s first.
In some sense, both teams going for the tier 3 tower. Sumail gets one. Meanwhile, mid lane. Takes it up. The Lotus Orb will get rid of it. Set up a Chronosphere. Sumail has the Axe Scepter. This is 60 seconds. That downtime between these long team fights suddenly gets a whole lot.
Or rather bottom.
Yeah.
Cutting the waves in.
Well, he wants to force those teams to take out the shrines. That taking teams and getting a lane of racks right now, because those map that can help get you out there to contest things like road. Those TP locations can be very, very
crazy things in this game. One of the in 56 minutes of gameplay, neither team has led more than 6,000 gold games we have watched in recent memory.
Just smoke from EG. They can just get down. Really, they want to find a big pick. He's on the high ground here. He's going to pop it. Finds blink in, time walk out from Sumail. If he managed to maybe blink on the high ground and get some.
Another play that EG the Thunder base would have been dragging on now, and I do believe Fair's ultimate could just take down Rax.
I mean, yeah. Consider that, but
yeah.
I think the other danger is, we talked about this earlier. A lane of Rax with Exorcism and VGJ don't defend. That big ultimate is on cooldown. That's 100. Will have the upper hand. So I think both teams are very reluctant to use these big spells because these really dangerous, vulnerable positions. He wants the shortest Chronosphere cooldown.
I feel like we're on items.
Oh yeah, there's got the moonshot. Is he going to eat it?
He's going to farm and then eat it before the fight. Is that the true efficiency?
Here without buyback, they look to burst him down. Yang, can he get out of this one? He's going to use him. He's been brought down. Dead for 100 plus. The Ghost Scepter saves himself from the Terror Blade. Sumail dead. Potentially problematic situation for Misery as well. The cask still bouncing around, and Misery somehow survived through it all, but I think Sumail just knew he was going to have ball forward. Can he get the blink away? We've seen this. They get the Hex coming out here. They want to bring down Terror Blade. Can they do it? first down, the old man.
Thunder!
Lincoln's up, he gets the Thunder out on TZ. When he uses it, the buybacks are going to come in. Go for it. They want to try and end this game. They know no Dragon Form, no Metamorph. Sumail doesn't need it for the Dragon Knight. Not sure there's an escape. They're going to leave him for dead, I believe. They chase. They change the fate of the Dragon Knight.
Buybacks, but the most important thing is, yeah, they're going to get Roshan. Their buyback and challenge, I don't think they just...
Cooldown dependent. Metamorph and Dragon Form had these long cooldowns. Chronosphere, one of their bigger long cooldowns they had to wait for.
Yeah, and you could see it was literally fight winning in that engagement. If they didn't have that second, would have been able to buy back, take that fight.
Double Chronosphere instantly. TZ the Age, I was about to say, yeah. That's the other reason you buy back, to get Roshan. So effectively you get that second life anyways. More craziness does this game have in store for us.
I guess Shrines are now under siege to remove across the map.
I mean, you're obviously waiting Dragon Knight to come back, but they have buybacks. They're gonna try and move. They have Metamorph.
It depends on how risky you want to play. There is a very times out, and Tinker's buyback is still not available. If you want to strike right, win the game.
I feel like VGJ. Because if you can buy back and still have Metamorph, that can be game.
Trying to make slots for the butterfly.
You don't need slots for a refresher. You know, you buy back, you pop it in the base. Slot dependent item in that sense. But it does give him 2 lives where he has
to high ground without any vision. This is looking bad.
God. Has the ward, he pops it too. Crit though, the Aeon Disc will save his life. Mail is there, could Chrono. Does he want to go for this one? The snowball buying some time here. Fear. Time walk out. EG, Disc was Metamorph.
And so is Sylar speaking here.
EG themselves did use Exorcism, to be fair.
I think Thunder might need to just engage in again. Because
here come EG. Frontline with an Aegis to a certain extent. Further back, maintaining the vision for his... Just de-warded it. And VGJ are surely out of smokes after that one.
2 minutes in, 24-24 this game.
Yeah. Now there's 100 seconds before Metamorph. Can he buy it? He's and refresher.
Yeah. He'll get it right now.
Yeah. If he really wants to be safe. Speaking of crazy late game looming, 3.75 second avalanche. That's something.
Don't. The Lotus Orb in particular being very important. The 4 staffs we've seen being
a great game to showcase late game Dota, making big plays happen. Likely dies, but Crit is positioned to.
Also, remember the point I made earlier about 20 minutes ago that EG Crit becomes a front line. I'm gonna survive anything that you throw at me. To the best of my knowledge, there is just no counterplay to what Crit's doing, right?
Don't believe so. Yeah, no, well, the cooldown of Aeon Disc is perhaps the...
I suppose, yeah.
Does have...
I guess if you have a hero like Tinker, that Aeon Disc before the fight even happens, but Thunder doesn't really have range combat. Yep.
Well, everyone's saying 25. Dazzle's got 20. Titan approaching his level 25.
The Shadow Wave cooldown actually is a matter of
Yeah, neither 25 sounds potential. Earth Splitter cooldown on 25 for Blink on out. Chronosphere catches out. Ayo's on the outside of this one. I don't know if VG looking for stuns. He gets Lincoln off, but Sumail still in trouble. He gets the time walk out. VGJ, and again we see VGJ pop and not kill anyone. EG complete. Again, also Exorcism was used, so even building damage has been used.
Normally I say that's a big victory for excuse me, but don't forget that they still have Refresher. He has now moved the Refresher Short into his inventory. They're looking,
and this could catch EG by surprise. The BKBs being just used, you don't expect teaming factor about 5-second BKBs is.
Well, here's the thing. I think if Sumail passes, they will have everything ready to go again.
Yep. Oh, okay. Sumail into a pack of wolves. VGJ.Thunder will. But 50 seconds feels like enough. Lane's pushed out. Tinker definitely excelling in that area. He almost gets caught by Yang. Pick is necessarily going to lead to anything, Lumi.
Force out the buyback, because I don't think. So you just run down.
Buybacks is what is the most important factor.
Is that if you're VGJ.Thunder, are you afraid to force? He buys back, so it just
true. I think.
Yeah.
Trust that Dazzle will get Graves off, and same for the time. The Tinker Hex, so you can at least echo the Hex. It's going to preempt against the Tinker. He's able to just hold his ground and fight. No void buyback so far. Pops the Satanic is going to heal off some creeps. Very healthy.
That's a lot of cooldowns used,
though. They really want to force it. Do not want to use it. I think it's worth giving up.
He blinks forward, but now he gets hexed up here. Sylar now blinks forward as well. They're going to try Viz. He's going to get control, but Misery is still fine right now. He turns around and starts dropping. RTZ blown up.
And again, saving some. Back the Void really does not want to use it. He's trying to hold on to a TB. Fear in the front lines. Go set this up. Damage with his Exorcism.
Freeze is being controlled.
Can you get the Thunder off? He gets back to safety for now. TB. Fear catches 3. It's going to destroy.
Massive buyback coming out here from VGJ.Thunder, but the fight's one. To actually destroy the racks. Can he actually make it out alive? That's a question. Oh, they're catching up. Does he get vision? Thunder, they need to back him up.
They saw the buyback. There's a crash. Gonna get this kill, Lumi. TB. Alive. Okay,
yes, Thunder.
Keeps himself alive, but Tiny not going to be so lucky. This does not look good for Sylar in the front line, just a Dragon doing what he can to turn this fight. It's got Metamorph. He kills Sumail. TB, he wants more. He the Void and EG.
All right, now everybody disengage. Meanwhile, we are still easy. Nobody has buybacks except Fear. Absolutely crazy.
On earth is going on. Heroes without 2 of the major support for this Tusk buyback is definitely very important when he's the Dazzle of EG.
Really the Dazzle of EG, but he's performing a very central role. Not here, they lose. They cannot lose.
to give up this Roshan.
Yeah.
You've got no buyback on Tiny, no Metamorph. There are
It's starting to get to a point where these Aegis might not be even that important, but delay the Roshan.
I don't think they want to go near that pit though, Lumi. It just does not sound. TB gets
out defending himself. The bash is a rear right now.
I think you're happy about that if you're VGJ. You know there's going to be some breeze to come push and try and fight you. On Sumail. Back's on EG's side. Profit backpack and refresher shot.
By the way, now that we got a little bit of free time, I do want to go by talent. During the last on his heal was actually very important, keeping the machine just constantly healing to the base. A small but a very vital.
The refresher shot into his items here. May want to go in, has a double down. Eyeing off a fight. The refresher shot on cooldown.
Down on shard.
Can't stack him.
200-second cooldown.
Smoke up. Have an idea of where EG is. They're going to see more here in the mid lane. Here comes the... Has the Aeon Disc, not the ideal target to go for. It's the Radiant's going to clip them. Have an idea they're behind. They immediately run. Let's see. This is our defend and be kings of the hill if we have to. They on the map, they say, well, that means tops.
Yeah. Available on VGJ because everyone's inventory. But now again they go back to the hill.
Sila's running right into the with the Dragon Knight. Not Chrono catches out 3 this time. Gonna time walk in, go for the other. He can't do a whole lot. It's TB. Sila meanwhile takes out the tusk. Tinker is dead without a buyback. Full retreat can't really be kept up with for now. TP out, will he make? He gets out of there. The stun was... It blocks it. Needed something to break.
Bloodthorn was on cooldown for that engagement. As nice of these most important person, which is Freeze. Dragon Knight and Tiny, but Freeze just went... Just killed him in like 3 shots.
Yeah,
Top lane though, they're looking for the Dazzle gank. They're ganking Dazzle.
Definitely a hero worth... He's the one keeping top...
Oh, they're just going for it now.
They've got DD. Tinker has no buyback for 2 minutes. They want to end this. Oh no, it's on cooldown looming. 40 seconds. It looks like VGJ will take it. They're going for the throne. They're going for the GG. Evil geniuses. What have they done? Freeze. He gets sun. He does it. Throne goes down. And EG are defeated in game 2.
One of the most amazing single game. What a play.
Man, games... It wasn't even about holding on. They... For 73 minutes, at no point did either team...
And it was just both teams camping. It's all about warding. It's all about sometimes super on point, sometimes a little bit off. But when you have a crazy visual play, I just feel like both teams played amazing.
Yep. EG, they 2-0'd VGJ. Yes. That exact score. It is 0-2. Wrapped up just yet. There is still more to tell, and to tell you a bit about it.
Thank you so much, guys. We have to start somewhere, but we're all just sitting there cheering for this. And then all of a sudden, for VGJ, they have. It's a matter of how are they going to take this third game.
It's like God for as a Dota player, and it's the kind of game that Ice Rug probably has. Possible item you could think of was built. Play. Every single hero looked like they were having fun, but at the end of fun, they came here to win, and they out-eviled.
Say this is probably the first time I've ever seen you watch a game and not say.
What to say for a player who's. This is just. I think this is one of the best games I've ever seen. Maybe because of playing it. This is just. Chills
right?
from
It
the
was
game.
just so insignificant. Pretty much the entire direction of the other was 6K.
Okay.
There's nothing to break down here. Like the game was pretty.
It was
You
on
don't
a
know
knife
what's happening
edge.
for the past 30 minutes. You don't know who's gonna win. It's just a reactions.
Forced, refresher shot, being cut, teams on the wrong side. Fire side, VGJ are just trying to get one creep to sneak through into the. Oh, what a game!
I'd say that AO, his dazzle wasn't the best, but never once was he caught in. Find him. Like, it was incredible the way that he was positioning. Considered the MVP.
Who's the MVP? I said I don't know 5 times.
You don't.
Crit and say that he's. And I
Crit
wouldn't be
played
wrong.
so about VGJ.Thunder because they. But Crit's play was phenomenal. The saves, the scouting.
Yeah, but the Graves were real yesterday. But this is something next level.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, you have a catch dazzle.
Across the whole screen. And
Can't catch dazzle.
Yeah.
You can catch fade, but only. Yet again, a story of these supports. Optimization was just out of control. Like even one of the things that you post on Reddit, it's like, yeah, Lotus Orb, Blink Dagger, Yule's, Archery. Is not going to be the first hero that comes to your mind. Criticized from VGJ in their previous series versus Evil Geniuses. This time, he's Aeon. Many problems. It was a rock paper scissors. After that, then Arteezy was like, now I got to get a BKB. My laser, then that means that my blinded, and there's all these interactions layering.
The way that Tiny built as a more. He's not really that traditional of an off. Getting the avalanche cooldown, building the blink. It's kind of even like an old school sort of what we used to see with some modern items thrown in. Really, really well, and he knew that his team. He just needed to be there for.
As well, Lotus or this fights. I mean, these fights last for so long because you a couple of 4 staffs, Glimmer Capes. Supports can even have their 6 slotted. Everyone's level 25.
Out in that top lane situation, like blinked out in an instant. I was like, this is the kind of game that everyone loves.
When the supports get to make plays, I think it goes to show that the supports on these teams are. Even a lot of these support players are in on the leaderboards for their respective regions. But then in a game like this, where everybody that's where everyone starts showing their true colors. We start to see what amazing Dota players we actually.
Also, this is probably one of the few games that we're also going to see this item. Now, Lacoste, I want to hear your. But what are the benefits of an aside from these kinds of matches?
gold, he could be the one picking it up. Also against the Batrider, it's really amazing.
It's basically specifically when I don't want to deal damage, but specifically the way crit has time, it's been more often than not we saw Sumail being like, I gotta doom this Tusk. This Tusk is causing was getting initiation. Tusk was there to snowball the target and make sure they can completely solution, because a lot of heroes still want to deal. All he needs to get that snowball off. So
we also got an unconventional draft by Tinker in the exact same game. Would you maybe this?
No, it doesn't matter.
They put the draft was so nice. Right away, forcing the
Terrorblade was because like the Tinker having to be shoved into the side lane like that, like at the same time, like I said at the beginning, show me this draft. It's like, okay, it's going to be Misery Dazzle. It's going to be Tiny being played by Fear, causing some space. Lift it up.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm done. I need a.
I think the
players need more break than me.
Yeah. Even the audience members, everyone's just going. Next, they're getting ready for Game 3. I'd be hyped for a Game 5, but to be up 2 games over EG. So going into this third of pressure to perform, clearly going to have to look at getting some of their comfort heroes through it all if possible, if not getting it for themselves. But EG, aside from having that, guys, it's okay.
For the next game about the Terrorblade, probably Rubik is going to be one of the best heroes to.
Earth Spirit has been completely ignored this series. I found strange seeing the hero in the first phase in the previous series.
To see which team the Tusk ends up on as well, because all of the Tusk performers and Fade have just been. On this game, we would have given Crit the MVP for sure, and that would have been back-to-back. So it'll be really interesting.
It's like Kama gets the MVP this time on the Terrorblade. Well, got to admit, when stuffed twice, or stuffed onto the high ground.
I think he bought back there, if I'm not. Tiny's HP, who did not have buyback either, but Tiny did not match that, plus Lotusaur, plus
everything. The whole shop, but I think we all need a break, especially at home. I think you guys need a break too, so what? Break, and once we're back, we'll see you all soon. Galaxy Battles. We are here for Game 3, and this is EG's last chance. Drop this game, they lose. Scary game for our
No, but it's thing.
It doesn't even. It's a completely different team.
Yeah. Seems like they. It's one of their good days. Seems. Yeah. I already mentioned that they can. But ROTK's experience is.
We even had pretty high expectations for them coming into this event, right? Having cast them in Fires.
Chinese qualifiers, yeah. They were looking good, but the LGD at the time looked one of their bad days, I suppose.
Flip as well, so VGJ, they win the coin flip. They're going to be picking Dio.
Okay, so last time, what the same?
Pick first pick.
Yeah, so it was for VGJ.Thunder, but yeah, this time around. The Death Prophet again. But to me, the most interesting thing as well is that VGJ have kind of stuck to their. I think Sylar has shown just how well that.
Build him.
Yeah.
Bloodthorn in that game, the Blink Dagger early on.
And he went for Orchid so early on, right? It seemed like they were already anticipating, okay, Anchor in the first 50 minutes, be 6 slotted, and he planned for. Paid off. Their confidence in their late game was, I think, well-founded. Problems, I think, at VGJ.Thunder, EG, where EG actually have the better late game. I've seen them struggle to close out games.
Right.
But
I need to give credit to this Dazzle once again. With the Blink Dagger 4-step and.
Not to mention his disruptor in the previous game, you know?
Yeah, the man knows.
Now is the Dazzle for this next game? Because both teams are capable.
Up in their hero pool that, like, depending on how late in the draft you think you can get away with picking a hero, you're not really a possibility.
Looks like we're just gonna have we're gonna jump into the lobby. So aside from the support picks, we're going to pickups, right? These heroes that we're always going to be seeing. Is probably going to be up there, but this means flipping through. So it's going to mean things such as the Lycan, but also that are very strong as well. Omni's favorite heroes when they get the opportunity.
The spaces in which there isn't only first ban situations, these EG is refusing to let that go through. VGJ.Thunder, they're not letting Chen ever get. Bracket is this stage in the tournament. At this stage in the series, maybe you can safe bans go through if you think.
I mean, the tournament, even meta, right, with the Death Prophet. So I think something is going to have to give. I feel like it is on the VGJ.Thunder side,
well,
which is unusual. It's an interesting situation to find themselves in. Thunder, they're the teams that have been, they're the team that sort of has a template to a lot of their. But haven't necessarily seen.
Yeah, VGJ is in a position where they can gamble, make something happen.
Can we maybe start seeing grand finals? Yeah, VGJ might be expecting it, but some did.
It might even be VGJ doing the cheat. One game away, if you think you have some killer strategy that's maybe even a little so far, maybe you just go for it, right? If you've got a Drow Ranger strategy and you think, look, EG are not winning their lanes, pull out the Drow Ranger and.
Say the Drow Ranger, we have seen a couple of teams that much, unless there is a strategy, Drow Medusa every now and again, not at Galaxy Battles unfortunately. So whilst they're banning all these other heroes that have shown their face at the tournament, tournaments from other qualifiers, right?
Especially now that it seems like VG play. You have 3 cores, you have 2 supports supporting the hell of them. You have key items that aren't really typical, like these Bloodthorns on DK and whatnot. You have the initial gang, you have the Blink Dagger, you have the, as you like to refer to them, the hyper character. And that's how EG has been playing previously against VGJ.Thunder.
Lacoste, is there anything that you're that a player has to be thinking about right now?
There's a lot on, I would say, 30 to 70 position. 2-0, VGJ. How do you call it? Throwing that game yesterday.
Similar heroes.
Yeah,
as well,
similar
right?
heroes. So
They
there's
won the
going to
mental
be a
game,
lot of
sure.
mind games.
First and second pick, and because the 4th pick was where Terrorblade came out for VGJ.Thunder, and I think EG felt it seemed they were threatened by like taking our heroes away from us, because lane Tinker just isn't ever supposed to happen, really.
I've seen it. The laning stage was pretty much perfect for them. The Void Adams, because they knew he's going to need to build the game as much as they Tinker. I mean, even when Tinker was alone with the Tusk and
Yeah, I don't even think it was the Tinker. Yeah, the Void's damage. A couple of questionable chronos here and there from Sumail. It was not necessarily like we're saying. There's so many must catch.
Well, now it's easy to talk about it. Try to sneak up. That could work.
Yeah.
And it's
2020,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
It's easy for us to talk about it, right? We say these things. I didn't really think it was the right situation. It's day, but at the end of the day, the players are the ones that decide everything, and they make the best decisions that they think their team. Just be tuning into Galaxy Battles. G was unstoppable. They actually had a win streak through the entire Grand Finals. These are their first 2 losses. Considering that they won all the way from the start till the Grand Finals, and that's going to start affecting you emotionally.
You were crowd favorites. Everyone still loves you over here, even when you're down 2-0. You are starting to show vulnerabilities, and EG is played on countless number of lands.
Of all of them, the
course.
biggest stage.
I don't think EG are going to be too shaken up. They're having to adjust their strategies on the fly, which is not ideal. They probably pretty similar to what they had in their earlier series against VG. But I don't think EG are going to be on tilt or anything like that.
Imagine best of
yeah.
Was it from DK? Ice, the Burning Team in China versus IG. It was like after lunchtime, then suddenly, such a long time ago. If anything, we actually have the players on the.
Yeah, well, I think we've got some slight issues going.
It's not me.
No, it's not me either. And I keep shouting out, I see Bulba creeping over there. Coaches are allowed him as well, because time and time again, people like to publicly despair. It's a difference in perception between like on there's like a user rating, and there's like a Dota speaks very highly of him, and EG time and time again recruit him. Because of his results, oftentimes as a player, it's like, why do you keep bringing this guy here? There's a reason why they keep bringing him. Yeah, I mean, I didn't ask permission to steal his likeness or whatever, but
smartest and most.
Yeah.
Those who don't know him probably on the internet, but Bulba has what it takes to be a great coach.
Bulba, has he just said something and you really
Talk about Dota.
No?
With Bulba, now we have different topics.
A lot of Dota, I mean, talking to Bulba about Dota, I don't know if I should say it because then I feel like I'm discouraging other players.
Well, you don't need to say.
Fine.
There we
So
go.
whenever there are the players onto the couch, and it's kind of difficult to protective for obvious reasons. You're playing for, you know, these strategies can be patches ago may prove to be useful again, and so you can't really ever get asks these questions that players are. No one really comes to them with questions. At these summits, he's like prodding these players, but it's so gentle, and they. Wow, that's actually pretty smart. Exactly, and like I think. Go on the couch, but not if I have to go with
Not if
Bulba.
Bulba's there. He's gonna coax out all my.
Does he coax anything out of you, Lacoste?
Stories that I can't tell.
Oh, I guess it's keep the panel G, just for the. But yeah, it looks like we are going to have some lobby discussions, and what is actually happening? We've got some
People want game 3.
Hey, I don't. 3. It's not just you guys. Come on, we want game 3.
I want game 5. I'll say it again. I want this to go.
Wait, what was your?
It was 3-1 EG. I'm no
3-1.
shame. I'm no shame.
Failed already.
Actually, all of you lost your predictions.
Yeah, well, we all predicted EG.
Yes.
So we all lost that one. I'll happily lose the prediction if we get
this is
another
the kind of game,
if we get another game. I don't mind being wrong.
Our horses. Looks like Eri is going to have something for us on the main stage. So let's head.
Hey guys. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. These guys. Okay, let me think. How do this? How do? Relax, guys. By the way, okay, relax. Okay. Wow, you enjoying the matches. All right. Galaxy bundle here. You have t-shirts. Spirit. So we got Team Spirit here. Let me see. Careful. Careful, careful. Guys, back to the seats. Let's go back to the seats. Back to the seats. Back to the seats. Just everyone go back to your seats. Thank you, thank you. Don't worry, I'll go down. Back to your seats, back to your seats. Just so that no one gets up. I'll go down, okay? I'll go to you guys. I'll go to guys, I'll have this, okay? Don't worry, I'll give these away. It's an idea. I think it'd be cool since this is. Do you guys want to do wave? All right, all right. Let's do this. Let's not do the tip. We do a dab wave. All right. I don't think that's been done. So wait. Here, the dab is like this. Okay? And then you you guys. So it ends with you guys, okay? Dab here, all the way around. It stops with you guys. Can we do that? You guys want to try? Camera, let's make sure we get this. Practice, okay? Wait for my cue. Wait for my cue. Look at these guys, okay? And once that dab, just dab in that direction, okay? It's ever been done. All right. So yeah. Which way are we dabbing? Do it right now. Which? That's right. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. From here. Okay, from here. Wait. On my cue. So guys, watch. And like that. Camera. Let's get these guys, please. Camera. Just wait for so that they see. Cut to them so. Sit down, everyone sit. Let's do this properly. Guys, relax first. Sit down. All right, let it all. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go! At the down! Make some noise! That was sick! All right, you guys do it now. That direction, okay? Which direction? Practice. 3, 2, 1. We got the dab! Dab it out! Take it! Oh! Make some noise! I don't know if a dab wave has ever been done. First time, we just did the awesome. All right, that's really nice. Dab wave. I like how some dab. Ano yung dab. All right. I'm gonna go give away some. I'm going down. 1 sec. Amazing. I'm coming. What's your cap? That dab wave was sick. It was sick. All right. Okay. I'm gonna show some love to this corner. All right. Wait. I'm gonna pick. Show some love for Team Spirit. That kid jumping, you sir. No, you. Yes, you. Okay. No, him. You, yes. 1 sec. Tanong lang. Okay. You like Team Spirit? Of Team Spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Team Spirit. All right. Good job, buddy. Good job. Yes, you're welcome. Okay, good job. Some love. All right. You guys are great. Put down your shirt. Put on your shirt. Thank you. Just 1 sec. Listen. Let's show some love to the corner guys. These guys. They've been getting... Make some noise for Infamous, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. Hey, guys. All right. Okay. All right. TNC. TNC. All right. Answer a question of the local team. It's going to be really embarrassing. All right. TNC. TNC. Wait. With the stripes. Orange. 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 You. Orange with the stripes. Okay. All right. Question. Lately, one players of TNC recently got a highlight video.
Easy.
Huh? Easy. What? One player really pretty much a highlight video. An anime character. Which player was made highlight video? It was a highlight video where he does a play and he pops and then walks on. Who did that? Raven. Is that correct? Is that correct? Is that correct? All right. Nope, it's not that. Which anime character recently? Highlight video called. What's it called? Cuckoo. Video called. Yeah, what they put it together. I like it. Cuckoo the Naruto. Wait, no. What?
Kukuruto.
Cuckoo. Anong nangyari? Anong nangyari? Yeah, but what happened? What? That's correct. It's Naruto.
Kuku, Kagibunshin technique.
All right. Who wants to go for the steal? Who wants to go to the steal? Okay, in white. What was the highlight video called by Cuckoo? What was it called?
Yung PL po.
Oh yeah, but what was
Jukes.
Na ano?
Oh, hinabol yung illusion.
Anime, what was the highlight video called? If you put Naruto and you get na ano? Okay, you pushed him. Don't push. You. All right, what was it?
Naruko.
Huh? Close. Wait. Faking this. This is actually a highlight video. Wait. 1 sec. Sir, who can answer? What was that highlight video? It's not Naruto. What was it called? What? Really close to the name. What was it?
Sasuke.
Sasuke. Naku na. Naruto na eh. We're already... Huh? Na video.
Kukunaro.
Huh? What happened? What was it called?
Nakuto.
What?
Nakuto.
Nakuto. Naku na dandruff. Dandruff. Patay. Okay, what was it? The face. Look at the face. That's the face of a guy who... What's that? What's that?
Coco Martin!
Cuckoo Martin. Name for Cuckoo. Cuckoo. What was the anime highlight video? Alam mo, okay, what is it? What's that? Oh, appear. Totally good, totally good. What? Okay, all right. What? Cuckoo. What was it? What was it? What was it?
Kuroko.
What?
Kuroko.
Kuroko. That's a different anime. No basket, man. That's a... Naruto. The highlight video. With... What is it? Dinoble mo lang. All right. What? What is it? What is it, sir? What is it?
Naruko.
Cuckoo Lancer. No, we're close. I promise, I'm gonna... What is it? What's that?
Nakuko.
Nakuko is correct! There you have... Congratulations, you get 18... Yes, you can hug me, no problem. There you go. All right. What? Signed by OG. Well, we'll put in, yeah. This. All right. Let's see if you know this. This is a meme. This is trivia. This Fly. In China, one anime character. What is that anime to? It's referred to one of the most popular animes here in the Philippines. Watching, what anime is Fly being referred to or compared to? What is it? Okay, wait. He looks exactly like this. Who knows it? Who knows it? Let me see. Okay. That's the last time. City, here we go. All right. What anime character? What?
Simba.
He doesn't look like Simba. I mean, I don't think it's Simba. Anime character, it's a Chinese referred to. He doesn't look like One Piece. Guys, it's anime that we watch and Fly like one of those characters. What is it?
Goku.
Goku. No, not Goku. Not Goku. Not Goku. This is the memes. I'll post exactly about this. Don't worry, you guys will see it. Wait. Who really wants it? 1 sec, 1 sec. 1 sec. You, sir. You right here. It was a popular anime which we watched growing up. Character.
Doraemon!
All right. I'll give you guys a villain in a very popular. All right. Structure. As fly. You, sir. Who is it? Correct, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. Yu Yu Hakusho. There is a villain called Ghost Fighter. Taguro. It's basically what they call fly. What? All right, ladies and gentlemen, game 3. We're just looking to. But thank you for your patience. For those who are watching on stream, to the fans, it was pretty cool. Well, right now.
We're here with Misery, captain of Evil Geniuses. Misery.
I mean, that feels fine. It's a bit new to me as well, so and to everyone.
How did it feel for you when it place?
So I actually had completely different plans before I was, thinking about making a boot camp for that team completely, and then suddenly everything changed, right? Because now I had to captain EG, and solution for me, and obviously a huge opportunity as well. So yeah, it wasn't.
So you're like, wow, let's do it.
Me, I was like, yeah, okay, I kind of understand that this is coming, but so in that sense, I was very excited, and a few hours to decide.
During the time in DC, one thing that was very hungry. How hungry are you now? Like now compared to then?
So it's kind of weird because it goes up and down. But here, and I haven't really been to, DC. It's the new. So in that sense, I'm really happy to competing. So myself again.
How do you feel about the roles personally? Mids, now at off lane. How do you feel about the current positions for everyone?
I think it's going really well. Obviously, it would change role.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's pretty natural for both to find motivation and to prove themselves, and all. Players like S4 changed from mid. So I think that specific switch of role.
Cutting off camera, and there's something that you said that I found really go back.
Well, in the beginning, because
I remember you saying something like that.
Yeah, before TI6, I did that role because nobody else would do it.
I remember you saying something there.
You have to make calls. You have to make sure people. A lot of teams as well. And
emotionally as well.
Yeah. Yeah, to work around. But I think once you get other stuff is kind of irrelevant. Optic, I kind of fast because and drafts and stuff. I couldn't have the same the same way. Yeah. So I think that's at least.
Can anyone be a captain?
No, I think it's.
Honestly, can anyone be a captain?
I mean, all these captains that I mentioned they all have different strengths and stuff, and so I think, yeah, personality, I guess.
deep into the draft, so let's jump into it right now. But we're in it. Lacoste is super excited. Yes.
Lacoste wanted a break after game 2. Can't talk about anything. I gotta settle down.
Evil Genius, so first pick Blade, and also followed up by an
I expect Rubik to be picked.
Right? Neither team deviating too much in terms of the ban structure. The first pick.
I guess ET did finally get banned, but
yeah,
time and time again.
So now that there is a Terrorblade, we need to look at the responses here for VGJ. We saw Tusk last game was very good. Engages, the snowball saves, the ice shards. Now, what are we looking for the Terrorblade? Because as you guys hero on the side of VGJ, but she
I think their Dragon Knight is actually okay. DK is not a terrible hero to have against. Fire is very useful against his damage and yeah, you've got the splash top here. A team that's not afraid of first phasing Medusa either, and that's another hero that against the Terrorblade.
Yeah,
it's an interesting matchup.
PL is out already. They feel like it, but anti-mage Terrorblade is just the finals though.
Who knows? We've seen some greedy drafts so far this tournament.
Go for a Terrorblade. You'd think something, but do you feel like this ballsy move might be able to shift the game into their favor? The solution for EG's Terrorblade yet?
Hero, like, I think they should be able to deal with the of laying their cards on the table, somewhat saying, and VGJ have now all of their core already. That's another big thing that's been happening in this finals and in this tournament. Seeing Warlock come out, we've seen Disruptor come out. People in the position 5, and then I being where we've had something like a Night Stalker team fight to the table. So I like this for VGJ just grabbing the Tide early, but they might if EG would go back to their Doom maybe as an answer to the Tide Hunter.
Or VGJ.Thunder, which they highly prefer, both teams. Actually, VGJ.Thunder is one of the he has everything stun. Super good against the heroes like Tide Hunter, Tiny, who has.
In the bans, though, at this point, Evil Genius, the Dragon Knight off of VGJ.Thunder, they've worth countering in the pre. Like, okay, well, Faceless Void table because DK ended up taking that 2x Dragon Blood talent.
Yeah, like the only times that they brought him down were when they just cycled it repeatedly. Just weren't really doing any damage to him at all.
Trouble for Tinker because he had to pour so much down this DK only for him to be graved and be tanky core. Obviously not damage orientation, it's more teamfight orientation, as you said.
Yeah, he's not a bruiser. Damage and survive for a long time. He's teamfight. He does survive for. I'm interested to see what build the Tide goes for this game because we've actually seen some variation. Solar Crest on Tide.
Yeah, Solar Crest and Heaven's Halberd. That's especially when you play against those heavy right.
And here for Evil Geniuses going back for the good team fight. They also have the added Silence, Dream Coil for their elusive too. VGJ, they have some pretty good disables. Tusk not the
I'm still not giving up on Rubik. Good setup with the Earth Spirit.
Just pick the team fight. Just keep layering the team fight on top of itself.
I mean, the mid laner's puck might be a mid lane, but most it's going to be an off lane.
So looking at this, just bringing the fight to you now. They've gone for a lot of team fight, lots of control, and I think the biggest thing is that when you to die.
Yeah, but Razor makes it seem like they want to pick something that you can leave in a lane by itself. DK was banned out, but when you ban someone like a Razor, even though you have all these team fight-oriented supports, around babysitting some carry because a Razor won't leave him alone, then that means that VGJ game.
Early game fighters, Lacoste, do you have any in mind?
Well, against the Tidehunter, if they want to go do with their lanes, I don't think.
They need to look for some sort of fighter here, someone that's going to be able to apply the pressure.
TP fits into that role.
Luna's still in the pool, goes well with their team fight.
Especially when the Terrorblade hits level 20 with minus 10. Her HP into 60. Plus also the bounce, that also works.
Yeah. Do you think EG give anything? I mean, the illusions, I guess, are already going to be double. Some save against someone caught. Fairly helpful.
Ooh. Main stage, so this is a support duo. Position 5, that's great.
I feel these days, both those heroes are. Undying is the mid lane or some sort of aggressive against a defensive tri-lane rather. Decay is deceptively strong in these.
Do something funky here, dual lane for Undying?
Which is how
they might go
Spirit
for,
ran
okay,
Undying.
so Gyro is a really good pick. That might work.
How does the puck do in a 1v1 against Tide? Is that EG might be able to pin the VGJ.Thunder supports in their 1v1s?
If it's classic 1-on-1,
yeah.
If someone rotates, gives puck some advantage, he can harass to a point until Tide of that Kraken shell.
Lots of reserve time being used. Medusa.
I thought they might take it first phase. The Sylar Medusa. This is something that stretches.
Feels strange. It's a game of gods versus demons.
It just comes online much later. Arguably worse than team fight. When Call Down kind of loses relevance, but the way VGJ.Thunder on.
Dire team back.
Yeah, and now they might just be taking it into the late game. That they're going to be going for. Right, they've got a bunch of early game team fight heroes to set up, but then it played as the big source of damage, and he's going to be the sort of.
Problem is that Medusa really makes quick after build also that would be even more troublesome for to be kind of that bridge point core that we keep seeing from Evil Geniuses.
TA going to be banned. Also, we're down to the last picks, and these teams are looking at the drafts. When it comes to scaling, it's only the Terrorblade, and it's not going to scale on the same level. But when perks Disruptor, you don't normally see this hero getting to. You do need to remember he's got some very interesting levels. Minus 10-second cooldown on the glimpse, meaning that these team fights, he's going
to. Both supports scale so much. Those who are position 4 actually, or I mean, Undying is 4. So much on winning the lanes, and if it does that rolls, then you're in a bad. Nothing to actually shove up the waves, and no, they can't.
And now they're going to round that with the Nyx Assassin, so just yet another. The Death Prophet, I wonder if it might actually end up being, okay, no, so it's this game, and maybe the Death Prophet would get the Medusa in her kind of natural.
So how would Medusa go into her safe lane? It's going to be against a Nyx, and do you think it's
the problem is that this Terrorblade is going to need a lot of help, no matter where you go. A lot of lane movement, which is why Lacoste said that looking very grim because they don't have a second core to rely on, which has been Evil Genius's trait.
VGJ also has 0 tower damage. Terrorblade's meta is up. And they also have 4 melee heroes, 3 when Terrorblade transforms. Medusa and DP, which you don't want to get close to.
At this draft right before our very eyes, is it, or do EG slowly mount their comeback and turn this into a
Solar Medusa, I'm going
VGJ.
VGJ.
What's won them games in this tournament?
Yeah, I don't like EG's draft. This feels like 3 times the draft.
Well, we haven't liked it before. Best of 5 series. I know I can't get away.
Down a couple of games. It's as VGJ would take the series. The panel did not believe in the EG draft. Do you believe in the EG draft?
Draft either.
You got Sumail Puck.
Have the big point here, and we'll see how on the mid lane. I think Puck definitely easily get away from the Spirit Siphon, as well as his kill potential. I'm more concerned with hero placement with Fear on Fear plays a ton of different hero player, but this is the first time ever playing Nyx.
I think he's going mid though, Lumi. That's
what okay. Yeah.
Good they're putting Sumail on the Puck. It's death profits, but he's not getting help. They're leaving him to fend for himself. I think the idea of putting him on a hero that doesn't need farm, like
crit rolling in here is gonna and actually do quite a bit of reckless damage.
Is this a kill? Decays another.
Give him some HP. In fact, he could turn it around. Yeah. Maybe not. Misery 2 high HP. Yeah. And in fact, he gives away.
Yeah, Crit was backing off. I don't think he actually went to back to get another roll off, but not successful in that. But either way, Nyx mid was a thing back when Nyx go mid with Stout Shield, spam Mark, Evoker counter. This is a kind of a similar concept.
Great body block on Sylar. Sylar is going to give up the first blood. Misery. EG has been really getting off
more to the off lane than he has to his safe lane.
Or mid.
We'll see what this game has in store. Definitely, despite having an Undying, these are 2 of the best stage, and that's exactly what EG are doing. TZ. Name on the board does get fairly low, but he's got 10 regen to work with.
I think the EG draft has identified one of the weak. RTG getting rode on right now. He has a lot of base armor to Mystic not going to be enough, and now. And I do believe the weakness that their support duel is quite weak. Would this see him level up 2 points of Thunderstrike in game 1?
Sumail meanwhile getting a 1v1. Slightly favored in last hits, a couple denies. Definitely a 1v1. True 1v1s in the side lanes rather than the mid lane. To get back to mid lane to continue last hitting.
Really the first time that we've seen EG before, right? To me, this seems with Fear playing the mid-Nyx assassin, and pretty much I think after he hits around the map instead of just sitting in lane.
Yeah, he needs to start moving, because I don't imagine while this start was decent at top, and he's kind of the big carry. Keeps himself alive. One more tick from this Medusa. Nice two-man boulder smash. Not have Metamorph. If Arteezy has a different story, nice connect field will get some extra damage out, but doesn't look. Decay instantly hits a couple heroes. Have to fall back somewhat off of this. Old Tango for the Medusa. No regen as well as no mana. This tri-lane is going to swing EG's way for the next.
Yeah, Undying is really truly winning this lane with Decay on multiple through Soul Rip as well.
Yep.
But of course, they, EG picked one of the big knocks against Undying is mid to late game.
Yeah, Disruptor makes the wall for bringing out regen to his team. Clarities here. He has a couple clarities. I don't even imagine these are for him as much as should they need them. Top, get themselves the bounty runes and all that to excel. How's our mid looking? Fear. Death Prophet's 18, slightly behind, but
he's not really looking to win this. That level 6.
It could become a win.
Fear is very low on mana. He only has.
I mean, Spirit Siphon against 2 melee heroes. You're lane. Just where Undying coming in from behind, looking for the support. You don't really take it in. Yeah, they're going to find the Tusk. Snowball out, then gets a couple right clicks off the boulder. VGJ want to punish. They're chasing, looking for Misery, who has been slowed down by the Spirit Siphon. So it doesn't really feel like it's worth it just for an Undying kill. Fear has. I like this more now.
Yeah. Normally when standard mid lane hero will punish you by that is one of the downside of a Nyx mid. What is he going to do with the empty wave?
What's the plan here for EG? They fall back to their shrine. Using that one, and Arteezy's meta being he wants to be up top. They actually smoke up, and can they find a way to bring down, but perhaps Disruptor instead of their choosing.
They do have to be very aware of AO will die very quickly with Yang TPing in.
Those are the kind of kills to me which don't mean anything. All 3 cores in typical EG lanes. The Disruptor kills early on. Winning your lanes, that sure as hell does.
EG leaning the CS earlier. Anything that actually matter given long.
I guess in the context of long games, it does not matter. Kill here, Tide does have one challenge. Not going to be feasible. Being initiated on by Freeze with the Death Prophet. The silence coming out as well. No Sunder. He's still. Nice little move there.
Really like the lane rotation. Mana burn all day long, but in terms of levels, and this is a good way to do it. Although no mana.
I mean, I think recognizing he's behind on levels, much like Medusa, wanting to find, thinking he's got some alone time. A lot of these kind of underleveled heroes left on. It's getting picked off. Multiple kills going their way. The one the lane stage is Sumail's puck. He is winning the 1v1 matchup quite handily. He's already got it, and the rotation very scary for him. Fear actually finding a kill mid lane with Arteezy. They bring.
At the same time, I think Crit quite well. He's able to pick up a ton. Just using his. He's very high level compared to the likes of, let's say, the Terrorblade, the Undying. More of a threat on its own. Faced with.
Yep. She's happy to say TP's in on respawn. Knows that TP's Metamorph will be wearing here. Big play for EG is very 7. Ring of Aquila as well as a couple as he roams around. Vendetta is going to be the tool for EG to carry. Sumail not so much a carry, but Puck.
I think Sumail's going to have to build.
Tusk is seeing behind him, and he baited out the play. Meanwhile, Exorcism, they've gone in on the Death Prophet here. They're going to bring her down through the ult. If you're VGJ,
they're going to get the Disruptor kill as well. Very low move. Giving them a little extra damage, and here comes a...
Surely EG's Fear with the Vendetta initiation, starting that one off, and definitely the better roamer of the two mid lane. This is a Nyx not really playing as a traditional Nyx.
Yeah.
Roaming around with the
gank potential, but you really just can't TP away from Sumail. Cancel it every time. Sumail
try and dodge a potential Ravage, but there's not enough one. That Yang would maybe pop a wand, have the mana to do so, and now being salved up, Fear. And that is not the outcome they were. Tide is not really susceptible to being solo. At this point, it's not really about the Puck and Tide killing each other. It's about where they can do damage. Similarly from the Puck, or Puck may even and initiate it. Psylocke for a couple more seconds. They do need the Nyx assassin, it feels like, and that's exactly who's showing up. Fear takes the inv. Played Natiti's got Metamorph, but kind of can turn this one. They want to bring down Fear. Kama freeze on the no silence needed initially, has the urge. Arapet, but he still goes down. A small consolation prize for VG. Misery trying to bail Crit out here, who does have a role in a couple of seconds to help them out, so. For VGJ, I mean, they kill a mid laner, but it want to get there.
Yeah. This is the second time now that they baited out the kills that they wanted. Ravage and Exorcism, the first usage of them for Thunder, so EG riding that momentum, and I gotta say, doing pretty much all of that. Be able to pick up this kill, but the nice kinetic feel.
Kill even if they've gotten it, but perhaps could have. Something that Pal talked about is without Meteor Hammer will add some. In all seriousness, he Nyx build.
To me, it hasn't really been about the kills. For example, in the last game, even though it went 70 low, I feel like this series is more about just whether you're more farm map control, and I feel like Nyx they need for this kind of game.
Rebuilt on Terrorblade, he set GPM record this build, but it's J want to mount their defense. They've gone in on Crit. They will get a decent initiation. Still goes down. He's doing incredible damage with the. Perhaps with Misery getting a lot of he may have done so into his own death. 17 one charges, and with the Static Storm on. Regret that jaunt into the enemy. They do create the tower, but ultimately Sumail did not need.
One of the dangerous thing is when you're playing against a engagement or two, you just give her so much time to catch back. Given the fact that she is playing on the Dire side, this is the infamous triangle. Won't take her too long to MOM very quickly.
And good pace now to hit some decent item timings. Core is in Terrorblade and Puck popping the net worth. Fire is being I mean, not even it's other than the first 5 minutes. He is the roaming space creator.
Yep. Really takes me back to about roaming around and getting kills, and less so about carrying.
It's the mid no gank.
Well, Fair's been ganking.
Yep. Immediate silence. The burst damage is there. Thought he was safe, but the range for the glimpse back in, but Static Storm has come back up, but does look like they're gonna disengage, and it feels like a good game to go back, keep up and farm. If not keep up, stay ahead.
It's also adding a ton of pressure by just definitely one way to pressure the Dusa lineup. You don't get the team teleport and defend, but that means at the same time that is one less hero.
Fierce kind of toned back the game for a little bit, was getting some alone time farm and power spike, considering the chain stun potential damage you get from it. Puck at mid, jaunted forward, and then Fear actually throwing out. It seems that they know they're here, coming in from behind with a tombstone. They go in the well, not quite successful. Here comes VGJ, have responded well, taking out both Nyx and Earth Spirit.
They need Exorcism and Ravage, and it looks like they will get. And
is that enough, do you think?
For VGJ.
Yeah.
They've gotten a bunch of these kills back to farm.
Okay.
And like you mentioned, even pushing potential, that's pretty much all EG's gone. So I don't know if they the Terrorblade Metamorphosis is on cooldown, so there is no punishment for using all those.
If you use that for a tower or what, but it is down, and I think VG happy to continue playing the farming game, or VGJ happy to apply some pressure while for VGJ it's like, all right, Medusa, go back to your farming triangle. Apparently just happy to farm during those cooldowns. Immediate pressure on them to take objectives just because VGJ.
Fan of a long game, because we're going to get that here.
They were pretty happy last game. I don't think there'll be too many complaints.
Sure. On that note, I'd like to see Fear. The Meteor Hammer is actually really nice stats of regen for Nyx Assassin. Gives you. But I do feel like because this is going to be a ton of value.
I definitely agree with that. He came in, and I think Fear was not expected for the tusk. Mid lane, Sumail trying to do what he can. Time he's given the room to do so. There, TZ just. Terrorblade last game, I want to beat my own. He is looking well and truly fast.
If you look at Yang's item choice, you really know what kind of game this is, right? Normally it's high blink. If you want to start taking objectives, they know that it's just about survival. The fights will come, but right now just let your team farm.
It almost felt like a long game.
Sure.
You don't want to get too. One of whoever doesn't have them is going to go, let's go fight. They got too many Midases, but.
Well,
push back mid, tied. Can they bring? Happy does not have a Midas.
That Meteor Hammer though, not going to hit.
To Fear to set the Static Storm here. Perhaps preventing it, they still get the glimpse. No Static Storm needed. He throws a. Going on underneath the tower here with Ravage. This mid lane tier 1 tower. Tier 2 tower.
That tier 2 is actually going low pretty fast. Has Exorcism available.
He's choosing not to even commit to the. A TP could spell his demise, and he also farms fast in illusions up top.
Yep.
Tier 1 mid goes down, and cool, or maybe even more valuable anyways.
Yeah, especially with now the positioning of the shrines. Side lane tower sometimes, whereas the mid one is very
see EG look to make a move now.
Top tower has
Undying
been
is at
denied.
bottom, so I imagine they will be headed towards Misery. Bottom tier 1. Arteezy may want to join. Send illusions, may keep some pressure on, get some vision. As for Fear, he's been observers and sentries in his hands.
If they get this Dusa kill on the bottom side and the tier 1 tower, that's going to be a big win.
Have they got the burst damage? I didn't even know that roll was coming. That is so unfortunate. Oh, I mean, but, I mean, yeah, all you can do is laugh about that one. And
yeah, they know.
It's definitely a scenario they planned out how they initiate, and now there was nothing malicious about this.
Here's the thing. I don't think Sylar, because Sumail's right on top of him. So the question now becomes, can the teleport scroll in time to see?
It's also like who TPs first.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're gonna TP this hero in first.
I think
in the death. Disruptor immediately drop like a static storm the second you get close enough, but no foul. We'll see how things unravel after this pause. EG, they've got a lot of good stuns and silence.
Enough to kill the Medusa. I think the question more comes down to how many do you. Medusa has max mana shield. Going to be to 17. Yep. The question is, can you chain stun her one to come out?
Okay. I've got Meteor Hammer. We'll see if all that's going to be enough. The damage output is not quite there. He's further back in the river, but we'll get back to that as when still some mic stuff earlier on. Good for EG this game. You know, they had a 4-5K gold lead.
This is exactly what happened last game as well, where VGJ kind of just snaked in 3 to 4K. Be a big impact because likely they get the tier 1 as well.
Yep. What are you looking after the? I mean, as far as the game state right now, is going to favor either team. Medusa versus Park. Like what? Say it's going to be a late game. Who does that favor? A long game. Who does that favor?
Personally, I think that favors because of their team fight potential. Game between Sylar and Arteezy, what kind of build they each other go for? Scepter, he just one-shots the.
Yep. All right. Well, hopefully we get right back.
Yeah, we'll talk about
it
later. Yep.
The teams are ready to go.
Okay.
You don't want to look at our faces. The damage there. The Tide instantly TPs in, and EG smartly. The Medusa, it looked like, without the Terrorblade there as well. Arteezy didn't even continue going bottom. He swung mid. Really, then perhaps they've got to get out.
Yep.
Sumail. Oh, that's a DD rune. He's going to grab it.
That was where the next Meteor Hammer is supposed. You know, and you get that Dusa kill.
Yep. Stun them both. Not a big loss for EG. Happen, we may get the kill if Tide doesn't respond.
Not that big of a deal. It's more of the opportunity. We would have gotten the kill in the tower.
And they took a tier 1 mid, so it actually was favored trade. Sure. Is the crazy thing, but they kill a Medusa and take the tier 1 mid. Come there.
I feel like so far this series has been identified by, and I just want to say that I think he has queued up a Shadow Blade.
Silver Edge, he's got the Shadow Blade, I want to say, since the Silver Edge was queued up.
Ooh, Arteezy's
and they bring him down, he gets pulled back into a silence, and Arteezy very close to his tier 2 tower. But unfortunately for him, his Shadow Blade was also on the courier. It looked like he was standing around reacting to a
that I like the Shadow Blade here is that it gives them a way to kill that TIE Hunter.
If you're tired, you may have to see this and adjust your the break, whether that's like a Lotus or a BKB or something. He's got a the Midas is queued up for Fear. It's not been bought yet. Too greedy.
I feel like the right amount of greed, because even if Thunder Midas, let's punish you for that. Crit is gonna get slowed down. It's very cooldown based. They might get one action. Those Midases, they're not gonna like get a Rax or anything crazy like that.
Not gonna benefit immensely from any immediate slower ags on a Nyx.
Yeah,
can hurt you, but Undying's one of those heroes to me, kind of like you need or want to buy it. You just want less later in the game just through having things like a Midas.
Try to rotate around, but the smoke is gonna.
If he pops, he will get spotted by this ward immediately.
By the way, Fade is ball and jump out.
They see him, the shadow. They burst down the Tusk. He's done for. Sylar. Madness for now. Baldur's the Tide, who doesn't have much mana to work with for this fight, and EG will back off more with this Metamorph.
I wonder if they notice the fact that Tide is very low. He only has enough for a Ravage and
items to pop the one, so we got a bit of extra value there. They go on the Medusa. Silas still got no mana left. They didn't get him with the Meteor Hammer time, but no Impale as well. Does not look like EG will get those additional kills.
And that's Metamorph. Pretty much anything. No Roshan.
Almost a perfect. It's Misery getting glimpsed back, not and Fear also. Bit of a standoff here as the Atos chase is on. Fear go down here with the silence. He can't really do a whole lot. And EG on
the full available in a couple seconds. Crit. Not that I think of.
Has got a stun.
Yeah.
Not gonna go.
VGJ inside the Roshan pit. They do have Gush available.
They have Exorcism. They want to commit that one. Let's get out. Let's push out, split push some of these lanes and see what we can do. Gonna go for it, Lumi.
He pretty much has to, I feel like. And they
Exorcism is going to be used. The first orb going to the TB illusion, giving some good intel. Static Storm, he can drop that on Rouge. Nice blink, Warrior's Punch. He catches Sumail with his heals defensively. In goes Crit. He's bought some time. They take out the Tombstone to deal with this fight. It's going to be a dead Undying, but they've as well as Tusk. It's each. It costs them one buyback to do so, but well worth it. VGJ was so worried about, that's the Sumail factor. You're so scared of what this who ends up making the play in the end. It's star-studded, and Crit steals the Aegis. Sumail was just getting zoned out, but
crazy thing is he still has the Aegis, and that allows him to play very aggressively. He retains the Aegis. I mean, everything.
Well, that is VGJ's side as we go into the late game here.
Yep.
Fairly significantly out Battle Fury build. I think it's more just I don't want to be able to get solo killed by a disrupt. By solo killed, perhaps the wrong word there, but guarantees your death in that, as we saw earlier.
Yeah. I do want
man to dodge that glimpse.
Pretty hard to time, but we are on land. I do want to talk about the supports. Well, not support. Nyx is not a support, but
he kind of
Let's start with the Undying talents. He might not seem like the. Once you get to 25 of like when I die, I drop. it becomes to a point where it's very annoying for the opposing. Optimize yourself according to this game. A ton of armor, and probably things like 4-staff Lotus Orb because of the Hand of Midas. And very likely for the Nyx Assassin, not very good item choices. I think Aghanim Scepter is definitely going to.
Levels are more about the fact it's a hero that benefits a lot from getting. Undying is more about the levels though. And also the fact you have no way to farm. Like, out for some of your hero shortcomings. Things settle down, slow down here. EG happy to play. Seems Aghanim's queued up on Puck. That feels like a fantastic in a game like this. Just being and also the kick to break.
That's the combination. If there's no way to push him into one of the weaker choices, because Dusa,
bottom lane, Silas TP'd in. The 4-staff is enough to get him back to safety. They threw a lot. Perhaps VGJ will use that to punish. Oh, he's got a gen here. If they do manage to bring him down, doesn't look like they can. Players these days. It feels like the new Earth Spirit with all the players do. We'll get him oil used, metamorph used. Just go farming mode right now. As for VGJ, they could try and take a fight. I mean, they don't care.
So I feel every game. Let's talk about scale. I do feel that with EG having double heroes with the Battle Fury, and of course the inevitable, EG just has much more gold to work with.
They do, but it's composition to some extent as well. You can. It's like an Undying who has farm. Impact of a Tide or a Tusk. A Tusk, to me, could have a bigger late game. One has more farm than the other.
Pushing up on that tower.
Nice.
Pretty good damage.
Fade.
Okay. Quick micro.
Didn't blink to the either.
Gods, you'd be surprised how powerful an Undying is.
Sure. Okay. I'm ready
I mean,
to see it.
I do agree with you that, you know,
I mean, TB versus Medusa is kind of an interesting one because it goes reflection cooldown.
Okay.
It's, I think, definitely worth it because those split-shotting his teammates. And that be added by this. 10 stats is nice and all, but 5-second cooldown reflection, yes please.
Now
is he looking running in fear?
And looks like he'll be okay.
Metamorph. Also, not as worried about things like the Ravage. X is creep. The timing for this push could not have been better from VGJ as they will.
What a snowball.
Yeah, snowball save is there. Nicely done from Fade.
But look at the top lane of Rax. RT. Ton of damage to that tower.
Very, very fast, Lumi. It is a good off. Thinking about, do we defend? Tuska's TP back down the mid racks themselves. Top lane going trade.
He needs to cancel this TP on Arteezy, but Arteezy with a Shadow Blade.
Can VGJ get more back in the mid lane? Well, they won't even need the gloves back. They secure that kill. They can't go for another. Power up.
Yep. So
I mean, that doesn't really feel like it favors either team significantly.
The mid-rack speed VGJ slightly a bit more, because it gives you more of an edge when it comes to the rotation.
It's like one laner racks kind of have decent heroes to deal with it. With Battle Fury, fantastic. Puck Veil, pretty good as well. From being a decider. Feels like another game that will be... I mean, Mega Creeps is another kind of... But a lane here or there of Rex, not the game deciding.
I think it's a much bigger factor, especially pressure shard territory. I do think pressure shard hero.
Oh yeah. What can EG do? I mean, these Midases, it seems like VGJ wanted to punish it. That's why they went for that mid lane. The stronger of the two teams. I mean, it's an EG 3 to 4K gold lead, but factoring in Midases, it's effectively team fight advantage, definitely on the VGJ side. That's why EG choose to go for that rack fight.
At least not right now. They're not ravages and exorcisms.
It's one of those things where, you know, TB, you go this reflection, it feels like your high ground defense against... I guess the problem is you can't, once Death Prophet's on your... So, you've got Snowball, you've got this great saving technique that is going to in and stop Death Prophet.
That's just one part. The mech, they got the pipe, they could even drop a Static Storm on top of Protect Freeze in this game.
Yep.
With that said though, last game, you don't really want Death Prophet. This is Terrorblade. She just quickly died. Fired by Arteezy.
Yeah, that was what we saw. I think the Ghost Scepter pick up for Fear. I wonder if this Death Prophet even considers something like that. Hasn't already purchased, but big problem. EG, is this time for them where
they want to fight? They have Bloodthorn.
Big boost damage. VGJ are also smoked up. Immediately gets popped. Fear throws the there. Carapace coming out from Fear. Blinking from Sumail. Gets 2 in the silence. It's a Ghost Scepter. The TB keeps it. Was looking to bring him down. Nice push VGJ back, but unfortunately they did not get the kills they were looking for. And the Silver Edge, well, Ghost Scepter is a great way to do that.
Yep. You know, 1600 gold.
Yep.
Gives you some. And that was a very good defensive play.
Has a bit of action on it. Another smoke up from VGJ.
They have Ravage available.
Who are they going to go in? And I think this is a hero you let die. Yes, you've got this Metamorph. EG. Arteezy goes in with BKB. He's being silent. Arteezy. Though he's back in melee form, and with that, he may be done for. Silence still incredibly low. On the run, Yule's to start, but he's been chain stunned by VGJ. They've lost the terror. Blocked off by VGJ. Misery dead as well, and Sumail. He's trying to buy some time for his team. What a good fight from VGJ.
Things. Very good patience from Yan. Hammer down by Meteor Hammer, Tombstone. There was a lot of things that the most important kill in that team fight was got the Ravage off and then started getting that kill. So, as I was trying to talk about earlier, the whole team got coil, but because you just stand in the coil and just really need the assist of Earth Spirit to kick and break that. Without it, the coil ags or no.
It does feel like, more than anything, maybe if TB's Metamorph had left.
Sure.
That at that point they I think get Stone Gaze off, if not for the Metamorph wearing off, as well as the rest of the heroes who are down by Arteezy. Things will into the crazy late game here.
Yeah. Important resource in this game is going to be Arteezy's BKB timer. They lost the fight, and the reason that is to right click before he gets ravaged. We're going to go on Sylar.
They saw the disruptor. They did not want to go in here. They're looking for bigger prey. They get the silence. He immediately force-stabs up, though. Are they going to chase this one? Sumail in trouble. The Static Storm to follow up. Sumail on the... Pops the ultimate. BKBs, but he does not want to get turned to stone. Fear in, but he's still in trouble. Very, very low. The Gush will finish him off. And Arteezy, he's the still in a bit of trouble here. Has a Thunder to play around with. Thunder's Fade wants to get this kill, but he's hit by absolutely a crushing team fight here. They're of Sumail, and this does not look good. Sumail even jaunted back in.
Back into the fight. Sumail's gonna get control. I think he can make it out of here. He needs to actually blink. Okay, blink.
Just ignore him. Go push a lane. You've got TP himself home.
That's again another second down on that BKB timer. But they recognize that Yang's Ravage was still couldn't kill people fast enough.
What a game-winning force up that hill. This Medusa before she stone gazes during the silence, because that complete speed duration was wasted because he couldn't fight into the stone gaze. And boy, oh boy, is that... It's a small goal deficit, but like go VGJ's way, and with Aegis Cheese.
Well, I've seen Crit do it before.
They know there's no Ravage. They want to take this fight, but Fear's been caught in the Static Storm before he's taken out. Another big thing, it feels like.
They're just throwing everything onto this.
I think they know this. There's no Ravage. This has to be a roast that may just be game over for them.
Static Storm and Ravage both down by.
We'll have Metamorph in 20 seconds. With Metamorph and no Ravage.
That's...
And Stone Gaze is up, most importantly,
yeah.
So...
Gonna sneak it?
He believe went in Sentry.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Theoretically could. I don't know about this.
Frozen.
Can they do this quick enough? It looks like the answer is yes. They'll get the Aegis and the cheese. This one throws the reflection out, and we'll wait for this to wear off. Nice. Medusa in trouble. EG gonna go chasing now. No Stone Gaze to worry about. Potential Ravage once his BKB wears off. Arteezy, the answer is yes. He won't have. Could still be bad for EG. Sumail in the front line doing a ton of damage. He gets the Thunder up, but he's still in some Thunder. EG, Arteezy, he Silver Edges, he takes out the Disruptor. And he get out of this one, slowing them with the reverse.
He does have the Bloodthorn back up, and now the heal HP. Sylar is still very low. Look how the Hex is going to be there. Can he actually get off? He has Yule Scepter in a couple seconds. Arteezy kill on Freeze on the back line. They're gonna get Sylar. He has way too much. And now Sumail, that's gonna be a dive. He has no teleport scroll. Fair is gonna go down with the rest of EG.
Whoa. EG so low. That was incredibly victory. All they needed was a bit more damage to kill off Sylar, but stands his ground and fights, and somehow Arteezy the top bounty rune and killed off as well. Oh, but somehow VGJ through sheer.
You know, one of the most underrated aspects of the Greaves is the fact that when you get 15 extra armor, I think that was what kept them in that fight. The entirety of EG, and here comes Freeze. Might not have exorcism, but Medusa's gonna pick up a double damage. Oh boy, let's go.
Unfortunately, cheese off during his first life, because that doesn't have Metamorph up. In this game, Lumi, we've got ourselves a Rapier. They are so over EG right now. VGJ looking for some revenge. No puck, no nick. easy. He's been hexed up. He can't get the sun drop. It looks like this is it. Call it. They have been 3-0'd by a resisting back from the lower bracket. They've done it. Look at
This is by ROTK, Sylar, and Yang, but down the stretch,
taking down the slightly new roster in the sense they brought in Misery only tournament with him, but the caliber of this roster, it is no small feat to take down each. All right, well, we are going to go to the stage. Eri is up there with the champions.
VGJ.Thunder! That your champions. Stay here for one quick moment. Round of applause. And before, of course, EG for, of course, a wonderful and competing. Thank you very much, EG. Thank you. You guys, the way you guys lost yesterday, come 3-0 win. How does that feel?
Moment among all the time in my gaming career.
Moment of his gaming career. All right, really quick. How are you feeling? How are you feeling right now taking the championship? How do you feel?
非常爽。
非常爽. What is that? Okay. Oh, no. But you, round of applause, very nice. ROTK, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, how do you feel?
Just one word, happy.
All right. On that note, come here. Sir, Cody, about one thing they need to do. One person here. One person you like. Pick one person you like. Yeah. One person. You can choose. Okay, sir, anyone here? One. Anyone.
场帮我们加油的中国人。
He's looking for a China.
China? All of them. White. Come here. Come here. Come upstairs. Come upstairs. Thank you. Thank you. Come upstairs. All right. Thank you. He's coming. So, has picked one. Here we go. He's coming up on stage. Feel the love. Let him feel the love. Come over here. Come over here. Steve, where are you from?
My hometown is Harbin.
Your hometown is?
Harbin.
All right, you flew all the way here. That's awesome. Flew all the way here to support. VGJ picked you. Congratulations, you win a brand new PC. You win a PC, bring it out here, right here. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. ROTK showing some love to very nice. Ladies, it's been Galaxy Battles 2 of why you guys are the best in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Give a round of applause to the talent. All the teams that flew in here despite everything that's happened. Thank you. Your champions, VGJ.Thunder.
Who would have expected a 3-0 against E coming?
At the end of the year, starts coming up, then all of a sudden all these teams, they reactivate and once again putting Chinese Dota back on the map in the
It looked so good. The drafting, the play was by the support players on VGJ had an amazing tournament and an amazing final series.
They remind me of FY and Fender.
Yeah, I think I still want to see some more here. Just so impressive.
Do you think level Dota?
Yeah, definitely. They qualified for, I'm not sure which, but they're gonna be around.
Do you think they're considered a top-tier team, or do they have a couple of things they need to fix up before then?
I a little bit more, but I think that are playing in Genting?
Bucharest
right?
major.
So they've qualified for Bucharest as well, so they got tournaments coming up. And just looking forward to watching and
the analog of FY and Fender because they've been the old guard, and it's rare that we see a young. Hopefully, seeing as how it is kind of entirely, it's not an academy team entirely. Like they'll split up and go their separate ways, but this roster I think has potential. Of their elders like ROTK.
Hopefully we get to see them participating in the future. By now, but hopefully they're going to be able to recover from this. I actually want to know from you guys what really happened here for
It was a huge outdraft in game number 3. They had this support melee build, which kind of one top lane. Turbid is always on top, but once meta is down, patience from Zhao, which waiting for those BKBs to
patience
go.
From they knew that they only had to stop the Terrorblade, right? It was like not worth using any spells and any itemized for that. They played for that. Right?
It was the only threat because EG didn't have any other threats to draft more often than not. Cores dying because they got 2 other cores in the bank. All eggs in the Terrorblade battle.
Close out Galaxy battles this year.
Tournament. Filipino crowd. Thanks to Eric. Thanks to everyone watching. It's been a great.
Fantastic time. It's been great to be here.
That the Filipino community always has the most passionate fans. Like, to an extent, the cast whenever they are in their own country, but and the types of people who I meet here have this raw energy that like they're just pulsing with unmatched anywhere else.
With working all of you, and for people at home, thank you too. Hopefully we see you all in the future. Take a bow, gentlemen.
Make some noise, everyone. To day 2 of Galaxy Battle. Team Spirit. VGJ.Thunder.
It is 4 down, and GG is called VGJ.Thunder.
Your second battles day 2. EG versus.
And there's the Blink Echo Slam. Can they bring down that team? Seb will go down. Nice 2-man rock drop. And it's going